right, I guess? This one? Original and fake. After image, those are kind of different, but okay. Interlude with, Tosaka. It is daybreak. The knight in red is leaning against a pillar and staring at his arm. Putting strength into his fingers, he makes a fist. His body is only half responding. Every heroic spirit cannot, maintain existence in this world without their master, even heroic spirits. He still exists because of the special ability of Archer, but he's almost at his limits. Because he used the Nora Phantasma, his remaining strength is not even a tenth of his original power. His muscles are weak and his body will slowly disappear if he loses focus. But there's no problem. Even if he has less than a tenth of his original power, it is enough to kill Emiya Shirou. Considering the difference in their ability, this isn't even a handicap. Therefore, it'll end once they fight. His one and only objective will be accomplished here. That's right. He has waited for this time. He's endured the endless repetition, hoping for this chance. He has awaited a miracle that would not occur, a miracle with a possibility close to zero. Even though killing him will not stop you from becoming a hero, that's not how that works, I don't think so. And his wish was granted. No, it is about to be granted. He does not care about what awaits him afterwards. He will kill his own self with his own hands. I heard this Archer is from the, Saber roots. The, hopeless, futureless wish is what kept him going after he wore out. What is long, or was it an instant? He is an existence that disappears after each summoning. His memory does not remain, no matter how many times he repeats the cycle. It stays only in his body as knowledge. Heroic spirits recognize other heroic spirits because of these accumulated facts. Oh, is that so? I thought they just always reset. It's just like a book. Every time a heroic spirit is summoned, the book with its story is sent to its home. The heroic spirit itself remains in the house reading those books. The trouble is that the one at the house does not know when those books arrived. Past or future does not matter. All the books are already in his room. His only way of measuring time is to read the records of his clearings that he will accomplish. It makes no difference if it's eternal instantaneous. Eternity is instantaneous, and an instant is eternal. Therefore he does not know how rare this miracle is. He does not know if this is the first time or the 10,000th time since he obtained this hope. All he has is unordered knowledge. Past, present, future, and are meaningless for heroic spirits. I guessed her. I chose this place because I was told there would be no interruptions here. The knight in red suddenly gets up. Did his ears hear the sound of the intruder? Footsteps echoed through the silent castle. Well, I'm surprised, Osaka. I was dubious, but you really are here. A voice echoes. The rude intruder is a boy called Mato Shinji. Oh, Shinji's here with, Gilgamesh? Oh, don't do anything violent, okay? I don't have any business with you. You have no business with Tosaka either, right? Then isn't it meaningless for us to fight here? Mato Shinji walks with light footsteps. He's looking at Tosaka, who is tied up. The girl glares silently at the intruder. That must delight him. He licks his lips in satisfaction and walks to the girl. Hello, Shinji. What? Stared down by the night, Mato Shinji looks up in annoyance. What, you want to fight me? Are you serious? You'd be no match for me. He smiles and turns back to the entrance. Gilgamesh? There stands a man with gold hair, the 8th servant Gilgamesh. He is literally a disaster. The golden servant looks at this knight with cool eyes, but within them, the red eyes only show the intent to brutally kill the enemy in front of him. His red eyes? The knight in red is still silent. It makes no difference even if Mato Shinji appears or if the strongest servant is ready to attack him. The knight calmly stares at the uninvited enemies. Haha. You're scared, right? There's nothing to be ashamed of. He nearly killed Berserker. It's not for you to be scared. Do you want to win, Mato Shinji? Huh? Yeah, of course. There's no other reason for me to come to this castle. I see then, wait until this is over. I'll give it to you after I kill Emiya Shirou. She's mine until then, it cannot be helped if you cannot compromise on that. It'll be regrettable, but you will die here, Gilgamesh. The knight's eyes remain on the golden eye as he speaks. Very funny, you fool. Were those words reason enough for the man to kill Archer? The golden sun identifies the knight in front of him as a target he must kill. Hold on, Gilgamesh, don't be rash. Let's be smart. Come on, he says he's going to give her to me, so I'll let him. Give her to you so you can use her as the vessel for the Holy Grail. Archie doesn't have a master. I'm sure no master would make a contract with a servant that betrayed so many people. No master, yeah. So he'll disappear if we let him be. I can take Tosaka after that. Mato Shunji smiles and stares at the knight in red. It looks as if he is enjoying the fate of the one who's about to disappear. You're smart, Mato Shunji. That's an intelligent decision. You are a fitting master in a sense. Oh, you show promise. How wasteful. I would have made a contract with you if you came to me. Stepping away from the knight, Mato Shunji claps his hands happily. But I'm sure, sorry, but I don't need any more servants. It's unfortunate, but you'll have to disappear. You do not need to tell me. So what will you do? Will you fight me, or wait until I disappear? Yeah, I'll wait. We'll protect Osaka until you kill Emiya. But yeah, that thing is mine already, right? Then I could do anything to her, right? He stares at the knight and Tosaka with snake-like eyes. His words are to test the loyalty of the knight. To that, I have promised Emiya Shirou that she will not be harmed, but that promise is over at dawn. You can do as you wish when the time comes. The knight in red replies in an emotionless voice. Is this Shinchi? Did you hear that, Sasaka? Your servant is standing off his master. Sneering laughter echoes in the dirty room. The knight exists as if he's not interested, exits. As if he's not interested. Archer passes by Gilgamesh, the two archers. Archer ignores his mocking gaze and walks into the hallway. At that instant... Faker. The Knight of Heroes says as if despising him. Faker. Interlude out. It's daybreak. There's less conversation as we make our way through the forest, and the sounding gets heavier. I, Emiya Shirou, must fight that man when we get to the castle. There's no chance of victory and a certain loss awaits. I know I'll just be killed once we start fighting. Maybe. I'm not scared, but it's not because I'm prepared for it. Probably able to beat him, right? Most likely. It's a 1v1 because Saber decided that for some reason. Even though Archer didn't specify 1v1. If you talk about dying, that man is already dead. It is equivalent for Emiya Shirou to be dead at the moment I figured that out. That being the case, I have no reason to worry. No reason to worry. It's the Ensburn Castle. We go through the castle gate. Saber looks gloomy, maybe because she knows what kind of a fight awaits us. What's troubling her is him and me. No matter who gets killed and who survives, the one to be eliminated is the same. Her desire to stop this particular fight is causing her pain. Her eyes stare at the sky sharply, and maybe she's angry at the meaningless battle. Maybe not. No, it's where Berserker and Gilgamesh were fighting earlier. The staircase. The hallway is a ruin now. The hall. The place covered with the morning mist will become a place of death. You're finally here. You're late, Emiya Shirou. A cold voice echoes. A familiar voice comes from the second floor. The man is standing on top of the stairs which are lit by the morning sun. Alright. His red outfit is far away and his figure is hazy in the white glare. There he is. But I can see him. I can see my enemy in detail. That should be the same for the man with the hawk-like eyes. The servant with the role of archer given to him. He is an archer, but not an archer, and he is a contradictory existence that has many known phantasmas, yet carelessly destroys them. All his known phantasmas are duplicates, and the fact that he's able to produce swords in infinite numbers is his own phantasma. I was the only one who did not realize his true identity. Heroic spirits are summoned from every age. If nobody from the past corresponds to him, then the heroic spirit must be from the future. I finally realize now. There shouldn't be two of that pendant. That pendant is... Yes, that pendant is the pendant you held on to throughout your life after you were saved. It is the one and only memento of Tosakurin's father. It is impossible that two such pendants should exist. If Emiya Shirou held on to the pendant throughout his life, as he says then, a catalyst is always needed to summon back a heroic spirit. As when you summon Saber, there has to be a connection between the summoner and the one summoned. The Tosakurin does not have a catalyst to summon a heroic spirit, therefore she thought that she had no connection with the servant she summoned. But no heroic spirit is summoned by chance. A physical connection is absolutely necessary between the summoner and the heroic spirit. If he's right, there's gonna be one answer. If Osaka did not have the catalyst connected to Archer then, yes, it was when the heroic spirit has a catalyst connected to the summoner. The jewel is the only one of its kind. My life was saved, but I did not know who saved me, so I held on to the pendant, which I thought belonged to my savior. That's the answer. If he has had Tosaka's pendant, then there's only one person who he can be. Emiya Shirou, yeah. Heroic spirit, Emiya. The future me. The heroic spirit before me is Emiya Shirou, who perfected his skills and made his ideal come true. The knight in red, Archer, looks down at me from the top of the stairs. Well, I didn't get to figure it out my own as I was told, but yeah, whatever. There's no one around him. He's standing alone in this vast hallway. Archer, where's Tosaka? I have left her somewhere in this castle. You should hurry up if you're worried about her. You were late, so I gave her to Mato Shinji since he came earlier. What? I kept my promise with you. I will not harm her, but it does not concern me what other people do to her. But the result is pretty obvious. Mato Shinji feels hatred and lust towards Sakurin. One does not need to think what he will do to her. He might not be able to restrain himself if she provokes him, so he might be killing and raping her right now. Does sound like him. I get pissed off. How can he say such a thing so calmly? Oh, don't get impatient, kid. Leave that girl to me. I'll go save her. Lancer? It's an order from my master. My entire reason for joining you was to keep that girl from dying. Still, this was rather comfortable. I didn't feel bad yesterday. It's rare for me to like my job. With those eyes, Lancer ignores Archer and heads to the West Terrace. Lancer. Don't worry about it, do this on my own interest. Well, I've been given many discussed orders up until now, so I'll at least follow through on this. You can concentrate on your own affairs. Okay, I'm leaving Osaka to you. She lightheartedly replies with a yes. Then, Lancer stops and turns around as if he's remembered something. Hey, what are you doing, Saber? You're coming too? Saber lowers her eyes painfully. No, I will stay here, Lancer. Why? You're the one told me to have a 1v1. She stands next to her and replies unlike a servant. Are you serious? That girl's your master now, right? You should be protecting your master. I understand that, but I would still like to stay here. I need to watch over this fight. Fine, do as you wish. Lancer leaves. Easy jumps up to the terrace and disappears into the passageway. Archer does not do anything. It's as if he's saying Tosaka is useless now. I step over the rope and walk forward. I'm headed towards the center of the room, at the foot of the stairs. Forcing down her emotions, Saber stands still to watch over our battle. You won't do anything, huh? That's good. If Saber interrupts me right now, I'll have broken my contract with Rin for nothing. I can hear Saber's hesitation. Saber takes a quick breath and replies to the man at the top of the stairs. I will not interfere. I will not do anything during your battle with Shirou. Very good, I will kill him with ease. Yes, but please answer me before that. Why are you trying to kill Shirou? There's nothing to explain, just as he cannot approve of me, I too cannot approve of him. That cannot be true. You are Shirou. You are the ideal of Emiya Shirou, the one who became a hero, so why are you trying to kill yourself? That rhymed. Why do you think? The hero called Emiya and the inexperienced Emiya Shirou are two separate beings. We cannot exist at the same time unless that is the case. That is because you are a servant. I heard that guardians can be summoned into the age in which they lived. since they're not bound to the time axis. You are Shirou. You should be the personification of his ideal, the person he became after so much hard work, so why? She finishes in a broken voice. Why are you so different? He's coming down the stairs. Not responding, he starts down the stairs. He cannot answer that question. If he were able to, we would not be fighting here. Archer? Saber steps forward to confront Archer. I thought you weren't gonna fight. It's fine, Saber, just step back. I stopped with my bare hand and keep at the entrance. But Shirou, I appreciate it, but talking's useless from the very beginning. His objective has been to kill me. Saber bites her lip in frustration. Saber stares at me, then at Archer. Why, Archer? I do not understand. I heard that guardians are ones who become holy spirits after their deaths in order to protect the people. So why are you trying to kill yourself? Guardian? Maybe something she said got through to him. He stops and looks down at Saber with that emotion. You're wrong, Saber. The guardians are not ones that protect the people. They are the cleaners. They are definitely not the heroes I once wished to become. His voice sounds different. Hatred and scornful now. Archer. I didn't become a hero. I became a superhero just as Emiya Shirou has wanted. A superhero. Someone who will not harm anyone. Someone who will not retreat no matter what disaster he may face. Someone who could save everyone. Someone Emiya Shirou wanted to become. And that man became such a person? Archer? Yes, I certainly did save people. I have made my many ideals come true, and I have saved the world from this danger many times. A hero, I did reach the place I had dreamed of for so long. You became a hero, then Shirou was rewarded, right? At the very least, you made every Shirou's ideal come true. Then you should not have any regrets. Shirou was able to make his own wish come true. There's no conviction in her voice. She already knows. She already knows that she's only voicing her own wish. Make his wish come true, huh? I suddenly did become a superhero just like in my ideal, but all I obtained in the end were regrets. All that was left was death. I killed and I killed and I killed. I killed many people to act on my ideal. I killed so many that I stopped caring about innocent people. And I saved 1,000 times as many as I killed. Saber stares at Archer speechless. She looks like someone who saw her own mirror image. Yes, I don't know how many times I've repeated the cycle. I fought as required, as often as requested, and I fought my life in danger. Whenever I knew there was a conflict, I fought many times, so many times I can't even remember now. It can't be helped, right? No matter who I save, there are always people who will perish. No matter how many conflicts are resolved, new conflicts are always created. A superhero has to keep existing, as long as conflicts exist. Who did he direct that to? The knight slowly descending the stairs that recount his past. That's why I killed. I trampled on dozens of wishes to save one person. I ignored even more people to save those I trampled over. I killed scores of people, rescued only those in front of me, and destroyed many more wishes. I kept being stubborn, saying that in the end, that it will end this time, that everyone would become happy, but it never ended. Conflicts come into my view as long as I'm alive. It was endless. I didn't dream of a world without conflict. I just wanted people in my view not to cry. That is definitely my own wish. My vision expands after I save one. 10 after 1. 100 after 10. How many was it after 100? At that time I finally realized that Emiya Shirou's ideal was just a convenient fantasy. Why is that? Don't ask for the obvious, Saber. You should have experienced the same thing many times already. You could not save everyone. I assume it was a daily routine for you to sacrifice a few people to save the country. The quiet voices rendered powerless to objections. The words of the Red Knight Saber's darkened as well. Yes, seats are limited. There are always fewer seats called happiness, and then there are people to fill them. Since you cannot save everyone, someone will have to be sacrificed. And I quickly killed the ones that would eventually fall out to minimize the damage. This is what it means to be that boy's vision of the ideal superhero. The wish for no one to become sad, the desire to save as many people as possible. When the two coexist and contradict each other, there is only one solution. The only people a superhero can save are the people he sides with. If one is to lose everything by trying to save everything, it is correct to sacrifice one to save more. A superhero should save many people, right? That's why I killed. I prayed for no one to die, but I killed one to save many. I said I would not have anyone sad, but I brought despair to a few in the dark. And in the end I got used to it. To protect my ideal, I kept going against it. I only saved the people I tried to save and quickly killed the ones who opposed me. I allowed someone to be sacrificed to keep protecting my ideal. That is the true identity of the hero, Emiya. See? Don't you think that such a guy should die? That's right. The only ones a superhero can save are people he sides with, but who was it that defied those words? That is a lie. Even if that happened, you would have protected your idea by choosing yourself to be that someone. The knight stops for a second. A frown crosses his face. You did not go against your ideal. You only lost your path because you were betrayed by the ideal you protected. You would not think of killing yourself to atone for the sins unless that were the case. His ironic smile disappears, after coldly staring at Saber. He starts laughing like a madman, as if it's the funniest thing he's heard. Wow, this is great. Atone for my sins? Don't be stupid, Saber. I have no sins to atone for, nor have I forced such a meaningless concept on anyone. The knight calmly goes mad. He spoke in a small voice, but his laughter echoes through the hall. Yeah, you're right, Saber. I was certainly betrayed and deceived many times. I have been accursed by the exact person I saved. After giving my orders to stop the conflict, I was accused of being its cause, and I was executed in the end. See, if I had many sins to atone for, I've already done so, right? What? Impossible, Archer. You cannot be your end is. Heh, so that was it. But I didn't care about that. From the start, I didn't do those things to be appreciated. I had no intention of being praised as a hero. I just wanted a result where everyone would be happy. But such a wish never came true. Nor within my lifetime, nor after my death. He has stopped laughing. There's only hatred in his voice now. Guardians are a colorless force that places humanity's survival before anything. The power are in the heavens, and the Guardians appear in this world only when there's a chance of human extinction. I knew that they were just slaves. I knew that people who become Guardians are removed from the cycle of incarnation and become like nothingness. But I did not care, so long as I could save people. Emiya Shirou could never fulfill his oath, so I thought it would be fine if I could become a Guardian, to take part in stopping humanity's destruction. But it's actually different. Guardians do not save people. What they do is clean up after humans. They take what has been done and nullify it with their powers. They do not save people. All they do is eliminate harmful people, without a distinction of good and evil. They do not save people in despair. Instead, they eliminate people into despair in order to save other people who are enjoying life. It's so ridiculous. How am I different from before? There's no difference. There was just more despair. He relied on a greater power since his power alone was not enough, but it ended up being the same. He thought the power would make his wish come true, but it only made him do the same thing on a greater scale. Archer, you repeated such a thing forever? I got used to it. Humans repeat things, the strong feed on the weak, regardless of what kind of age we're talking about, and I came to realize that is the most effective way to prosper. Yes, I watched over and over. Meaningless massacres, meaningless equality, meaningless happiness. I was forced to look at them, even when I refused to. As a guardian, I have no free will. I am called by the people only to take care of the crimes people have created. That is where he ended up. A being that repairs the damage caused by human desire. A guardian does not save people, rather they eliminate those who cannot be saved as if they never existed. Over and over, for many times they saw people nearly destroy themselves through their actions, and he bummed them down like trash each time. Save as many people as possible. The man became a hero with that one wish, but in the end he could not even make it come true even once. That's right, this is wrong. This is not what I wished for. I did not become a guardian for this. His anger is probably directed at himself. He's standing there in a worm like there in a worn out corpse. The hero Emiya is doomed to oversee the ugliness of those he wanted to save. He grew to hate them in the end. He grew to hate humans for repeating conflicts. He grew to hate himself, thinking that humans are sacred. I don't want to clean up after people, but as long as I'm a guardian, there's no way for me to escape this cycle. Save for one exception. Murderous intent flares into his cold eyes. He's not looking at Saber, there's only one objective for Archer, to kill his own self. But even if he dies, the real body of Emiya, who is in the place outside the cycle, and that bound by time will not disappear. Yeah, I don't think it will disappear either. There's no elimination for Guardians. There are nothing to start with. It is meaningless to kill something that is not part of the real world, but there's only one way for him to disappear. If someone who's to become a hero is to kill before he becomes a hero, the hero will never come into existence, but he is outside of time, so it's fine. Therefore, are you gonna just Shirou here with your own hands? Yes, I kept waiting for the chance. It was a possibility close to zero, but I staked everything on it. I could not contain myself unless I believed in it. While I acted as a guardian, this was the one hope that kept me going. That is meaningless, Archer. You have already become a guardian, so it's too late. Even if you kill Emiya, who has yet to become a hero, you yourself will not disappear. That may be true, but there's still a chance, however small. Just altering the past might not be enough, but the paradox would be even greater if I'm the one to do it. If the distortion is large enough, a hero called Emiya will disappear here. Saber, this is what I've been waiting for. I'm not looking for results now. I'm just taking it by anger out trying to kill to call Emiya Shirou, the one who will become a clown as a result of his stupid ideal. And the knight in red comes down to the hall. Only Archer and I stand at the wall filled with rubble. There's nothing separating us. The reason is simple. He wants to kill me and I just want to beat him up because I don't like him. I walk to the center of the hall. I won't be able to back out once I take a few more steps. But before that, Archer, do you regret your actions? There's only one thing I have to ask him. If he regrets, like, what, becoming a hero? Of course, No, you should not have become a superhero. He spits those words out, and that dispels my last doubts. I see then. We are two different people. What? I will never regret my path. I will regret it no matter what happens, what may happen. So I will never approve of you. You say you're my ideal, I'll destroy such an innocent ideal with my own hands. That's how I've been living, up to now. I've always believed I'm right. As he says, I'm sure it's full of false courage and distortion. I lost more than I've gained, but that's all the more reason why. I cannot withdraw for the sake of things I've lost. I walk forward. I staggered over his sketch of the blueprint in my mind. That way of thinking is the cause of all this. There will come a time when you reach me. There won't be such a time, it will never come. Oh? Does that mean you'll be killed here before that happens? I take a step forward towards my enemy. We're close enough to strike at each other. We don't have any weapons. We confront each other empty-handed. Emiya was not a swordsman. We are beings that create swords, then. So it seems you understand. Yes, to fight against me is to complete a projection. The twin swords appear in his hands. That night, the simple twin swords I admired in the Reno temple. Rare swords that a legendary craftsman made at the price of his wife. Trace on. I activate the completed blueprints and reproduce the twin swords using my image. What a bad job. The twin swords I once saw were perfect are too imprecise compared to his. An inferior illusion will become a delusion. Probably. My swords will shatter and disappear when they clash against his. And because you believe that will happen. I take another step. Crunch. The rubble crunches under my foot. That serves as the signal. Will you be able to keep up with my projection? You will die once your swords lose their precision. The opposing swords sweep through the air. They are drawn together like magnets and crash into each other. Alright. Interlude. Yep. Emiya. This is Emiya Shirou, who has become a hero through a miracle. A blacksmith hero who can use a reality marble without any penalties to forge numerous weapons. Other details are unknown. No phantasma still. Okay. Interlude. The search ends rather quickly. Lance is thought to be specialized in battle, but he's actually skilled in magic. Galebog is not the only thing he obtained in the Country of Shadows. He is the hero who obtained all 18 of the Runes of Origin. But since he prefers to battle using his lance, the magic already gets used, and now is one of the rare times. Alright. The thing that flies above the floor suddenly drops. The Berserker rune finishes. Marenka, the rune finishes its search and turns back into a stone. Alright. Who are you? An unfamiliar voice stands up in confusion. Let's realize that he knows the voice and recalls who he is. I heard this guy was supposed to have a rune, but he doesn't have one in this game apparently. You're right, Master. Oh, I thought you were, dead already. He stops halfway. He sees the Sakura behind the boy. She's tied to a chair, that's fine. That's to be expected since she's captured, but there's a bit more to the girl. First of all, the chair is on the ground. She's tied to the chair, so the Sakura is also on the ground. Her long black hair is covered in sand and something red can be seen on her mouth. She must have cut her lip. There's a slight bruise by her mouth. You're Lancer. What? Who allowed you to come in here? You're The fish smashes into Emiya Shinji's cheek. The light back fist blows the boy to the wall. Oh, sorry, kid. I guess I let my hand do the talking. He didn't kill the boy since it was unconscious, but it would have not been unconscious if Chisakura looked paler and her clothes were more distorted. He would have consciously tried to blow the boy's head off if that were the case. Actually, Lancer does not care how a captain is treated, but he would not tolerate having his spoils snatched by someone else. Spoils for him are enemies he has to kill and women he favors. Lancer, Zuckerman groans, still tied up to the chair. She must have been unconscious as her voice is not too much different from when she wakes up. Yo, it's morning, wake up, you lazy bones. Lancer gives an outplaced greeting and walks to Zuckerman. Why, this is the Edinburgh's castle. I know, don't move. I'll cut your hands free. Do as you wish after that. You can go to the hall and stop the fighting idiots, or you can go home from the back door. The red lance appears. That's helpful, but behind you, Lancer. Yes, Gilgamesh. Lancer turns around at Win's warning. What? The one appearing there's unexpected even for him. The corner of the room. The one walking past Mato Shinji is... Oh. The priest. Stop right there, Lancer. I ordered you to help them, but not to get this deeply involved. Kotomi Kiri, the one assumed to have been killed by Casta. Kiri? Even Lancer's surprised voice. Lancer glares suspiciously at the priest. Hey, when did you change your religion? Wasn't it my master's belief not to come out into the open? I have no religion to change. You are going against my order, Lancer. I thought I told you to kill Archer. Did you fail, Lancer? Heh. He'll disappear even if I ignore him. I just came to finish up. I didn't finish up, but if you're here, does that mean that kid is a pawn of yours? Do not say it like that. We are cooperating. We work together in order to obtain the Holy Grail. The priest says so without looking at the boy moaning in the rubble. I see. I knew you wouldn't die easily. Not only were you alive, but you were doing things behind our backs, huh? You have a really bad taste. What are you doing controlling that harmless Shinji? I see. You see him as harmless. Huh. You're the same as always. Even in this situation, I would not be so reluctant to do this if you weren't so smart. The priest laughs. He looks and sounds as though he's given a benediction to the dying. A chill runs up the girl's spine. At that moment she realizes her fate. With a saintly smile, the priest gazes upon the sacrifice who had been his pupil for the past 10 years. Hold on, Kotamin. What are you gonna do with her? Did you tell me a lie when you said you wanted to save your pupil? Lancer glares at his master while standing in front of the girl. It is not a lie. I have raised her to be my tool. I have deceived her for 10 years. So I'd be broke for it if she retired so easily. That's why I ordered her protection. I have prolonged her life for only 2 days, but isn't that more than enough to show my love? The priest walks past Lancer and looks down at the girl on the ground. The girl glares at her former instructor. You fraud, I knew it was possible, but you really are a master, huh? How unfair for supervisors to take part in the game. You're rather calm, Rin, so you did know, huh? Of course I didn't. Of course, I didn't show you my son because I suspected you, but I didn't think I was a seat from the start. From the start? Then, the priest frowns as if his words are unexpected. What? Do you have something to complain about, Kiri? No, you said from the start, so I was merely wondering what you meant by that. The priest grins. He looks down at the girl with utmost pleasure. Hold on, Kiri, you don't mean... Are you talking about the start of the Holy Grail War? Or do you mean the previous one? With that, the girl understands everything. Her face turns pale as she looks up at the man she studied under for 10 years in disbelief. I see, so you killed him, huh? Well, he killed our father? Of course, he was my beloved teacher, so it's easy to attack him by surprise. A grinding sound. The girl hangs her head and grits her teeth. You get lost in your afterlife, you damn priest. You have no place to be, okay? Even hell wouldn't take a bastard like you. An impotent guy like you should just lay on knees in hell. The girl curses at him. Of course, the priest does not care about such a thing. Hello, Shinji. But the boy is overawed by her change. Why don't you never thought Tosaka would show this much emotion? Kotamin, you know Tosaka's mine, right? Only I have business with her. You can go to the church and wait for this to be over. I do not have business with her. I needed to become the Holy Grail here. Master Shinji does not understand what the priest is saying. The only one who understands are the priest and the sacrifice to Sakura. It should be about time, right? Once Saber and Archie disappear, I don't want her to struggle and waste magical energy. Let's quickly get this over with. The priest walks away from the girl with those words. The only one in front of Sakura is Lancer. Kotamin, you... Finish off that trash, Lancer. The vessel does not require it, heart. Only Master Shinji reacts to those words. Sakura glares at the priest, bites her lip without speaking. The priest's smile already told her that she was going to be killed here. She understood that she will not be saved and that she won't be hurt even if she begs for her life. That's why she doesn't complain. That is the only way she can resist, and that is her will of opposition. She won't give up until the very last second. Help might arrive even at this moment, and she might be the only one that survives after this room miraculously crumbles. Well, it won't happen. She won't give up, but she also understands it's impossible. That's why she has no fear, except for one thing. She imagines that boy's expression when he finds her dead after coming to her. She doesn't want him to cry. It angers her that she's the cause of his tears and she doesn't know how she can apologize. No, she can't apologize. She dies, but she doesn't want him to cry. But Emiya Shirou? Sorry, Emiya-kun, I'm retiring first. She decides to apologize ahead of time. It does no good, but it calms her down. What's wrong, Lancer? It's just a girl. It should be easy to pierce her. The priest shows no mercy. To that, I refuse. I can't obey that order. Use the command spell if you want me to do it. Lancer replies while looking at the priest as if he's an enemy. What? The priest narrows his eyes. The master and the slave. The air in the room freezes as they stare at each other. I see. I guess it cannot be helped, but I do not like to waste a command spell on something I can do myself. He raises his left arm. The priest activates a command spell on his arm. Then I will command you, kill yourself, Lancer. Yeah, he vomits out blood, but that is nothing compared to the blood spilling from his chest. Kotobi knew. His voice is a whisper now. The spearman Lancer's chest and heart are pierced by his own lance. Farewell, your duties are already at an end. Huh. So there's Gilgamesh, there's Archer, there's Assassin is still technically here, right? He's gonna disappear in a while, but I don't know how long that's gonna be. There's also, maybe he's already gone. And there's also, Saber. The man in blue falls to the ground. Lancer's dead, so. Redness permeates the floor. There's no sign of him getting back up. The spearman in blue has been defeated by his own lance, at the command of his own master. The priest moves. He walks over to the girl and crouches down. Her heart. He stoops. He stoops so that he can easily put out to Sakumin's heart pull out. Well, Kotomin, that's not what you promised. You said you'd give me to Saka. The priest gives the boy a wordless glance. No, you can't have Tosaka. I have so much to pay her back for, so she has to be alive. No matter should you protest, his teeth chattering at the sight of Lance's corpse. But he stops. The boy slowly retreats, unable to take the priest's stare. The priest looks from the boy back to the girl. Is there anything you would like to say in the end? I shall at least hear out your will. His words are simple. You should know what I'm thinking in a situation like this. Sakumin answers in her normal manner. You're right. You never give up until the very last second, Rin. At the very same time, you have this wonderful side of you that admits reality. Yes, this contradiction is very mellow. He shows no hesitation. The priest grabs the girl's breast right on top of her heart. Okay. The girl closes her eyes at the sensation. Wow, he pulled out her heart literally. A pierce. The heart is pierced and blood gushes out. Even after being abandoned, the room is still used as a disposal for corpses. Interlude out, right? Oh no. The one who gasps is Sakurin. Blood drips onto the floor. The dripping sound is made by someone above her. Kiri? From the chest of the priest who is looking down on the girl. Blood flows from his mouth. The wound on his chest is fatal. The weapon protruding from his back is the cursed lance that always strikes his target. It was Lancer. The priest shows no emotion. With his lips covered in blood, he turns to Lancer. Lancer, you. Too bad, Kotomin. I would be a hero if I instantly died from a wound like this. Anyone could tell that the ironic voice is bluffing. Lancer has no vitality. He has no heart, and his body is about to disappear. The demonic lance is pulled out. The priest, having nothing to show for his departure, falls and dies. Okay. No matter how great his mastery, a magic, or how powerful his divine protection, he is still a mere human. There's no way for him to be alive after being stabbed in the heart by the demonic lance. Okay, so in the end, so it did end like I imagined, huh? The knight leans against the wall and tries to holds up his disappearing body, but it's only temporary. Lancer will disappear once he falls to the ground. He lost his heart and his master. He's still able to maintain his body because of his dirty survival tricks. This is great. All the idiots can just kill each other. Shinji. The girl who was staring at the dead priest is brought back to reality by the laughing voice. What? About the holy grail being mine? Useless guy stayed useless, huh? Master Shinji kicks the priest's corpse. The dead man does not move. That must have pleased him. But as the boy kicks the priest's head with all his might, a heavy smacking sound echoes in the room. The sensation and the sound excite Master Shinji more than he expected. But I won't complain, I'm not holding any grudges, and it's pitiful to keep talking to a corpse. He laughs. The boy whose sanity is almost gone walks towards Tosaka with staggering steps. Sorry to keep you waiting, Tosaka. There was a lot of interference, but we're finally alone. There are only 3 more servants. I'm sure everything will be over by the time we get tired of crying here. Can you bind with Lancer? He literally goes on all fours to get on top of Tosaka like a lizard. But it's all good, I have some business with you as well. It would trouble me if you died too easy. That'd be very rude since I've been waiting so long for this. Come on, beg me, Sasaka. I might save you depending on how you act. The Holy Grail is going to be mine. I might consider sharing it with you if you're going to be mine. I'm utterly amazed. Are you really that stupid? Then, even while she's tied up and being licked on her cheek by the boy, Tosaka speaks up. What? I'm asking you if you've learned your lesson yet. You were just used by Kiri. Listen up. Listen, that servant isn't one that can be handled. You should know that since you've been near him. You should wake up and run away. You might still have some time. You should run away as fast as possible if you don't want to die. Ha, you're just begging for your life. You're the idiot, Tosaka. Koti means dead. Who would get in my way now? Matter Shinji runs his fingers along the girl's body. At that instant, hey, Matter Shinji is punched away once again. Yeah, by Gilgamesh. He's flung to the wall. Stop it, kid. You're not worthy to touch that woman. Lancer glares at a boy and walks lazily to the girl. Oh, Lancer did it? What? You're going to object to me when you're almost dead? The spearman stops. He now turns to Mato Shinji. Hey, you would have died in peace if you kept quiet. Fine. I won't kill you so easily. Come on, Gilgamesh. He wants to die in style. He raises his voice. Mato Shinji's servant, the one who can kill any folk spirit, is summoned by his master and... Hey, damn it, what's he doing? Can't you hear me? I'm telling you to come here. His voice sheepishly echoes throughout the room. The golden servant does not appear. The spearman covered in blood takes another step towards the annoying boy. Damn, what's with you? Why are you trying to be cool when you're almost dead? Die already. Don't you know you're just in my way, you more... The lance is thrust. The lance thrust pierces Mato Shinji through his right shoulder. Yeah. His scream pierces the room. Lancer pulls out the lance with an almost bored expression and points it at Mato Shinji's temple. Get lost, sorry. Might almost be dead, but I could still easily kill 1,000 of you. Yeah. Retreating to the wall and cheering, Mato Shinji runs away. Only 1,000. Man, he made me waste energy. Letting out a big sigh, he walks over to the girl. The lance cuts away the girl's bonds like paper. Thank you, you really helped me out, Lancer. She thanks him as soon as she's freed. Unmindful of the dirt that covers her, she bows to Lancer. Heh, well, it just turned out that way. You don't need to thank me. At that instant he falls, and Lancer, she tries to catch him, but he does not make it. Lancer, who was leaning against the wall, crumbles onto the ground. His leg won't move. Lancer's limbs are already dead. The fact that he still got up, killed his master and freed is unbelievable. Yeah. Gushing blood stains his blue armored red. Hold on, I'll heal your wounds right away. Ren runs to the bloody spearman, but Lancer stops by raising his hand. It's useless. My heart pierced by my lance won't heal easily. And besides, you don't have magic energy to spare. But don't worry about it, I'm used to this kind of thing. Heroes always die because of unreasonable orders. His casual talk is like always. The blue spearman does not change his tone even on the verge of his death. The girl stands there speechless, looking up at her Lancer's sighs as if the weight is lifted off his shoulder. Man, I guess we both ended up with boring partners. Yeah, but he was just hard to handle in my case. You're right. I would have no complaints if a woman like you were my partner. But I never had any luck with women. Man, this never changes. He laughs in soft derision. There's a derision. Then, get going. I'll take him with me. You go back to your partner. The spirit in blue urges the girl. Take who with you? The priest? Lancer is holding the Anzu's rune. The room containing his remaining energy will burn this room to ash. Understanding his determination, the girl turns back to Lancer. Goodbye, Lancer. I only knew you for a short while, but I also like you. She runs to the entrance hall. Whatever, young girl. Come back when you're older. He sounds happy. Cool. Everything's on fire now. The room erupts in flames. The blaze burns Lancer's body and his master's corpse, without leaving a trace. The red lance and the blue armor disappear in the fire like empty illusion. So, I'm guessing the heart isn't in you then? Interlude out. Okay. How's Holy Grail gun spawn then? The same swords, the same techniques clash. My attack and his attack are the same, but still the blades chip away and my body's wounded the more we fight. The attack that I blocked breaks through. Kenzo in my left arm is destroyed by his Kenzo, and his weapon sweeps at me from the side. Kagigu. I twist my body to dodge it, but it still slashes me. Although not immediately fatal, the wound will eventually overcome me. Damn. I bear the pain by cursing and spring Bakuya at the close enemy. Two. What? It's blocked and destroyed as well. We have the same swords, the same techniques, and there is a gap that I cannot fill. Did you think by Kanto and yours are equal? The assumption of the basic structure of art is still too weak. Even if you get the appearance and the composition materials down, there's a matter of course for it to be destroyed. If the structure is not reasoned out, even an image falters if it is logical. My temple at my sides, he attacks both my vital spots at once. I usually project the twin swords and parry the attacks. My heart hurts to the point of loving my side. It's not because there's a strain of immediate projection. This is that headache. The instincts I felt when I was searching for Tosaka. The slight fever I get every time I faced him. The strain that threatens to drive me mad. Tilted. God. I parry his attacks. I step in and slash at his body. The red headache burns in my eyes every time I do so. Is it because of the concentration that Emiya Shirou and heroic spirit Emiya are existing at the same time? And ever since we recognize each other's identities, my body breaks each time we touch each other. I trace his sword techniques and even reproduction ability. It's natural for them to sue me. His abilities are Emiya Shirou's optimal technique, perfected over many years of training. There's no way he would not sue me. In trying to match his skill, I allowed myself to learn too much about my future self. My eyeballs go numb. Every time I swing the sword, every time the sparks fly out, I'm attacked with a flash just so that it could blind me. I am no match for him, and my vision fills with red every time we exchange blows. If that's the worst of it, I don't care. My body's already torn apart. My headache is nothing compared to the burning wound in my stomach. The problem is that the headache won't stop because there's something that I'm drawing out from him. That's the 5th one. We should be nearing a limit of reproduction using projection. I know your magical energy capacity. You have 3 more. Even though I showed that to you, you still misunderstand. Your scornful voice contains some disappointment. Misunderstand? I don't care about that. More than anything, I have to do something about this headache right now. The thing flowing from you. Well, it'll be impossible for you, even if you arrive at that. It is enough with the magic energy you can generate right now. Yes, either way. You're saying that I misunderstand how to project things? My headache gets worse. He raises his twin swords to finish the match. You had no chance of victory to begin with. He swings them down in a cross. The swords I blocked, never with are destroyed. My body becomes numb as if a hammer had been smashed on it. And the headache finally sears my brain as well as my eyes. It's flowing into me, so this is scarier than the pain. This is his memory, the reason he trained so much. I can see bits and pieces of what happened to Emiya Shirou in the future. I don't know if it was correct or not. No one will be able to determine that. The beautiful things that were ugly and the ugly things that were beautiful. There's nothing disgusting once you look at it objectively. So why is there such deviation? Sophisty, falsehood, trickery, vanity. Those are what he saw the most. I am the bone of my sword, but still, it seems he did not care. There was an ideal and an oath he had to protect. He did not care what he lost to do so. Even when he was betrayed, he believed there would be a next time if he did not betray himself. He did not show grief or pain. Steel is my body and fire is my blood. Are you gonna make his own phantasma yourself? He is like a cold-blooded machine to others. He was a convenient existence, so he was conveniently used. He was only a tool in other people's eyes. But the magic machine has an ideal. It wanted to protect, so it accepted this role as a convenient tool. I have created over 1,000 blades, unknown to death, not unknown to life. It's not something to go around proclaiming. The more he kills and the more he's unable to save, the less he can talk about his ideals. The only thing left for him is to obstinately protect his ideals to the very end, and the result, the ideal Emiya dreamed of has never been accomplished, and he found out that it's just a nonsense dreamed by a fool who is a nuisance to others. I withstood pain to create many weapons. See, this is his end. See, this is your end. The mind gives in. I won't feel compassion. I won't feel compassion. I won't feel compassion. I won't feel compassion, but my mind only gives in, thinking that it will follow this exact path. Yet such hands will never hold anything. With what you believe in, you've shown that it is just a fantasy that is coded with the lies, and still. His weapon closes in. A horn-like sword comes to pierce my heart. No longer tilt. I get away. I have in my hands the twin swords I quickly projected. I forced down my nausea. What was I seeing? Forget it. Forget what you just saw. You need to defeat. You should focus on everything on that girl. I guess it's a miscalculation. I heard of magic that lets you acquire skills from the past by possessing yourself with the previous self. It seems your skills improve the more you find me. Ha ha ha. His shoulders heaving, prepare yourself for his attack. My shoulders. Their projection shouldn't be the only thing you got from me. That face, seeing that nice face of yours, you saw it too. My breathing stops. Don't let me say it. Don't let me recall it. If you say it, what I just saw, then it is simple. It's all true, Emiya Shirou. His red cloak moves. He closes it on me in an instant and thrusts the horned swords. It's destroyed in one blow. There's no way a hastily constructed sword and a first attempt at that would match his sword. But even though I'm empty-handed, he throws away his sword. He projects Durandal, the renowned sword of the king. Ha. I skip about 4 steps and quickly reproduce his weapon, but of course such an imitation is destroyed in one blow. I fall. I'm repelled and I land with my back on the rubble. Ack. That surprises me. The rubble turns red by the time you fall on top of it. Oh, I already know, but it seems my body is almost dead, outside and inside. This is it. Your foolishness for coming here, when you know you won't be a match. A mindless imitation imprisoned by a stupid ideal. Do you understand that those are your identity? Your true identity? His voice echoes. My body's covered with wounds. It's bad how the wounds are so deep that I can reach inside them and take out my bones. There's no value in such a life. I'm sure of it. There's no value in Emiya Shirou's life. It is wrong to save just because you want to save. You're a fake that should have never existed, as you are broken as a human being. My magical energy is almost depleted. Not only that, the magical circuit to run the magical energy is burnt up. No, if I talk about it burning up, it burned up everything yesterday when I used projection. It's just that an almost broken thing completely broke. Ha. My body is telling me that I can still fight. My mind bluffs itself, saying that it has not given in. Oh, then, I have to get up and defeat him. It's useless. I'm your ideal. You should realize that you cannot match me. Ha ha. I focus the last of my will on the magical circuit. My split nerves scream, but I carefully put together the 8 steps. Trace off. I project his twin swords. Kenso and Bakuya, 2 great swords named after an ancient swordsmith. Wah. I swing them. I keep attacking until my remaining energy runs out. My twin swords are met with my twin sword. Archer holds Kenso and Bakuya parries my attacks without retreating. I see, it's natural for you to not accept it. As I am your ideal, Emiya, must not accept me more than anyone else. His calm tone pisses me off. I can't even breathe, but he is calm and composed. Damn. I attack with all my energy. Damn. He does not parry my attacks, but pushes them back. Hack. I pushed back alongside with my twin swords. The difference in our power is obvious. There's no way for me to win with pure strength. Hey, then let me ask you, Shirou. Do you really want to be a superhero? For an instant, my mind blanks out. Blanks out from the surprise attack. What? I don't want to become one. I'm going to become one. I glare back at him. Then, yes, you need to become a superhero, because that is your only emotion. An emotion you can neither betray nor deny, even if that wish is not born from within you. He stops me with a word that grabs my heart. What? Not born from within me? I deny that even before I think about what those words mean. I can't let him finish. I can't realize that fact. If I find out that Emiya's foundation will crumble. Oh, it seems you have a vague idea of it. No, you knew it, but you tried your best to keep that fact from yourself. I cannot even remember now. I start to say before I stop myself. I don't want to know. I know that I shouldn't know, but still, I know that I must know. The contradiction of Emiya, the answer to what is wrong with me and how I am distorted. I don't have your memories anymore, but I still remember that scene, the flaming vision filling my vision, the smell of death, the request of help and how I felt when it was granted, the look of relief on Emiya Kurisugu's face when he saved me. I realized that it is natural to die, and my mind emptied out. I was saved at that time. The man who saved me with smiled with tears in his eyes. That is what I thought was beautiful. That's right, it's not how you felt guilty for being the only one saved. You just admired Kurisugu. You wanted to become like him, only because he looked so happy when he saved you. That's right. It's not me that got saved at that time. It's an assumption I did not even think about. If that fire was Kurisugu's fault, he shouldn't have been able to bear that fact. A tragedy without any survivors. Kurisugu, the only one who caused it, must have frantically searched for a survivor, and he finally found a survivor that should not have existed. The man found a surviving child that could not be saved. If you talk about miracles, it is. But I knew about that already. I don't care about his circumstances. It was enough for me that he got me out of that hell. Even if it may have been for himself, it's true that he tried to save me and wishes for my survival. That's enough. Emiya saved a boy who had nothing. So, yes, it's natural for a child to admire his parent, but you went too far. It would have been fine if you had just admired what Emiya Kurisugu wanted to become, but he left you a curse at the very end. I do not even need to say it, right? I did everything for you. I'll make you a dream. That's the answer. Hear my catch remark, he left the world with "I'm relieved" behind him. I know that man who was emptier even than me died. At that moment, Emiya has to become a superhero. My will does not matter. For his sake, I simply try to become what he admired since he was small. The wish for everyone to be happy. It is An impossibility due not by me but by Emiya Kirisugu. You should know, Shirou. Your ideal is borrowed. You only imitated what Emiya Kirisugu wanted to become, what Emiya Shirakugu thought was right. That is, I grit my teeth, desperately trying to resist my mind that is about to give in. But all you know is imitation. A superhero, do not make me laugh. Over and over you said you wanted to help people, but that wish is not your own. You're conceited to think that such a man could help anyone. He attacks with his swords. With the weight of his contempt behind them, the twin swords are swung more stronger than ever before. Oh, seeing those raging swords, I accept my own death, just as I did 10 years ago. The forces come smashing down. There's no elegance in those attacks, and they're executed only using his strength. Ha! My left arm shakes from blocking the attack. My fingers that held onto the sword break. Swords I made using all my remaining powers bent back here by one blow. I'm dead. I'm on the verge of death from the first blow, so there's no way I'll be able to block the next attack. Oh, but still, my mind is about to give in, but my body denies it with all its might. It's telling me I'm wrong. It appeals to me, saying it's wrong to give in to his words and to die here. I raise my head. My eyes aren't functioning. This is where Saber's thing is. They don't see the enemy, but show his memories in them. I see myself curling up and desperately trying to live. The echoes of the swords isn't all I hear. He curses himself every time he attacks. That's right. I admired his desire to save people because it's beautiful. I block the oncoming attack. Bakio is destroyed. All I have left is Kanso in my left hand. But none of that feeling is my own. What can you call it but hypocrisy? Kanso is bent and his resistance is fading. My heart is hurting. Not because of his attacks, his words slashed at my heart. I was driven by my obsession needing to help someone. Obsessive. I kept running, neither noticing the pain nor how wrong I was. He keeps on denying himself. My heart tries to give up every time I hear him. My body wants to succumb to the force of his attacks, but still, the same body keeps on desperately denying him. But it's all fake. Such hypocrisy cannot save anything. Now, first of all, I do not know why I wanted to save. Gah. Smashed away. An attack as strong as one of Berserkers easily flings away Emishiro's body. But I still hold my ground. I frantically enjoy the attack coming down at me. I will not be able to get up if I fall down, so my body refuses to let me fall. Ah, gah. I thrust the rapidly fading Kanso into the ground and lean on it. My body sags forward, and I cannot even stand upright. Ha ha. I use Kanso as a cane to hold on my falling body with my arms. I must look pitiful. I might look like as if I'm kneeling and begging to him. That ideal is a failure. The idea that everyone else is more important than yourself, the wish for everyone to be happy, is all just a fantasy. If you could only live by holding on to that ideal, drown in your ideals, and die? He says that. There's no value in living. No, in my life itself. My weapon is about to disappear, and there's no point in trying to keep my body from falling. In contrast, he isn't even scratched. The match is decided. The match has been decided from the start. There's no way for Emiya Shirou to beat the heroic spirit Emiya. But that is a mistake. If the difference in our powers was large, the fight wouldn't have turned out like this. It is my mind that has lost. My mind was weak because I realized that I was wrong, that he is right, and that was my only failure because... Shut up. What? Because my body has been telling me that I will not lose to you. Why? Why did power enter my body every time he cursed my ideal as fake? Shut up, damn it. I reach it. I'll reach it. I'll definitely reach it. If parts of me are broken, then I just need to use the parts that aren't. If everything I have is broken, then I'll use the parts I don't have. My body that hasn't lost yet, I can just reach out to the parts of me that hasn't been used yet. A headache. An instant of few milliseconds I see him, probably for the last time. I couldn't understand him. I could not understand him. But I guess I can use this pain as a lesson. A hero who used a poem about himself as a spell. Even if I don't understand the meaning behind it, I'll accept those words in your place. I am. I saw the spell so that I can be proud of myself. Emiya's words hurt Emiya. He accepted the fact and chose to kill me. That's the only thing he could wish for in the end of it. Then, just as you deny me, I will defeat you with all my powers. Oh, are you gonna say it? I am the bone of my sword. I am the bone of my sword. I murmur the words without realizing it. I raise my head. I pour determination to my dying body. I swallow the blood clotting in my throat. Zhang's sword can so regain this image. You. That's right, I already knew that. This is just a dream, but I kept on believing in it because I thought it was right. Kyosuke pursued it because he knew it was an unattainable dream. An impossible ideal. Even if it may be unattainable, he believed that he would reach his destination if he kept running. Her sheath. Its protection is still there, even though the contract does not exist anymore. I ready my sword. I don't care about that. I won't lose to you. I don't mind losing against you. You only said the first phrase. But I can't lose against myself. I'll keep on being Emiya Shirou. It is an unbelievable technique. His attacking bodies on the verge of death. His fingers are broken, his limbs are slashed, and his breathing has stopped without him even realizing. His speed is nothing and his attack is mediocre. The boy that has absorbed his combat skill to the point where he's able to fight decently has now returned to fighting without them. An unskilled frantic attack, but still, the blow is heavier than any that came before. What? Archer's indifference turns into surprise within a second. The swinging swords are crazy. They clash against his longsword with unimaginable speed. Where is this power coming from? The attacks are unlike before. He cannot go into defense. This attack should cut through the boy's neck. Realizing that he cannot make light of the boy, he swings his sword up and down, left and right. The force attacks are enough to cut off his limbs and to cut up his body to pieces. The boy blocks them. He exceeds his fourth attack. The sword comes to slash his neck. Bringing back the long sword, he parries the attack. He instinctively understands that he will be killed unless he attacks. The long sword attacks the enemy that is on the verge of death. The boy frantically swings his sword. The swords crash in balance. The space is filled with sparks, and anything entering the space should be cut to pieces, but it should be the last spark that a diamond gives off. The boy loses his breath every time he attacks. Almost falls, holds his ground and attacks again. The sight reassures him. There is no power left in his enemy. The boy in front of him is literally on the verge of death. So, why do those arms have simply infinite power? I have no consciousness. I can neither tell what the enemy is doing nor if my attacks are doing anything. My muscles are screaming for oxygen, and the lack of blood keeps ordering my body to stop. I suppress them all by force. That's all that's filling my head. My ideal is fake, he's right. I can't be a superhero. As long as I admire such a thing, I'll end up like the man before me. It isn't. But I felt beauty in it. I know it's just hypocrisy to value everyone else over myself, but still, I admired it, thinking how great it would be if I could live like that, live that way. That's the only thing driving my dying body. He cannot hear what his enemy is saying. His enemy's voice is weak, yet his attacks are relentless. Looking, the boy's hands are one with the sword's hilt. It must be to keep the sword in place, but that will transfer the impact directly to his body. The boy is covered in blood and he will fall forward and die if he retreats. Even swinging the sword should come with great pain. He blocks it in annoyance. His dying enemy gets on his nerves, but he himself gets on his nerves, because even though he knows it, if it will end once he retreats, he is not able to do so. But how can he retreat? Straightforward attacks without strategy. If it is a shame to turn his back to such attack, it is also a disgrace not to block them. His enemy will self-destruct once he retreats, but he has a present time presentiment that he will not lose something important if he does so. The worries will end soon. His enemy is at his limit. He'll fall after two more blows, or 3 at most. Damn. He cocks his tongue at the stupid thought. He appears as though his enemy will last 2 more blows, but he received over 10 blows since then. The boy will not fall. He cannot hear the boy's voice. The little boy frantically opposes the obstacle in front of him. That figure. He stares at the figure with his own eyes for the first time. I keep swinging the sword with his arms that are about to tear off. The only thing I have left is this thing that I'm saying with all my might isn't. My barrage of strikes are compensation for that scream. There were people that could not save others, and there was me who could not save them. I assured myself never to let those things happen again. Seeing the memories that meaninglessly disappeared, it isn't. How long has it been since then? There were things I lost, and there were things I dropped. There are always things that I will forget, so I swore to myself never to forget this one fact. To become a superhero, I will protect it, even if it isn't my wish, or even if it is just a suffocacy to suffer my guilt. It has to come true. The person who saved me died, leaving those words behind. I believe in my wish contained in those words. Even if everyone in this world excuses me, and even if I myself curse me, And so, he realizes that the attacks will not end. The enemy will not stop. He will not stop from his own will. The boy is attacking with all his might, but he's not looking at his opponent. The thing the boy is trying to defeat is his obstacle, his own self that is hindering himself. He is swinging his sword to enforce what he believed in, or what he will keep on believing in. Realizing that the man grits his teeth in annoyance. The boy keeps challenging it, knowing that he won't win, and that there's no meaning to it. That is the exact mistake he has detested, so why? Why does he want to see how long the boy can continue? This is it, disappear. He raises his long sword. His enemy's attacks are something he has to take seriously. He repels the attack and crushes his enemy's skull for sure. A clanging sound. The fatal attack is easily deflected. The one who cannot block his attack till now repels his swing made with all his might. He gasps. He sees his enemy repel his sword and hits back into his stance. The boy's eyes are looking straight at. The impact causes one of my arms to break. My sense of pain hasn't been numbed. I use my fury to clamp down the pain that almost makes me wear my pants. I don't have enough water. I can't release excess things. The left side of the enemy's chest is open. Since half my body has broken, this will be my final blow. But such thoughts do not fill my head. The only thing that fills my head is... He pulls back his longsword to protect his open left side. He will make it. He will easily make it. This is my final blow. It isn't a mistake. That's the only thing that's in my head. Even if every Shirou is a fake, this is absolutely true. For everyone to be happy, that is an ideal everyone thinks of. So I won't back down, because his dream is. The unwavering gaze, false and lies, shaking up everything, running without stopping. It isn't a mistake. Those words are driven into his chest. An attack made at full strength, defense that should have been fast enough. The cogwheels never go into gear and the battle is decided quickly. Oh, he killed Archer. He hears the sound of the blade piercing him. The one surprises the knight in red. His enemy attacked with determination to defeat him. Then it is natural for his attack to do so. The boy does not need to be surprised, nor does he have anything to spare to be surprised. That is why the knight is the only one that is surprised. It is a great wonder how he could block an attack, and he could have easily blocked. How he could not block an attack. I support myself with my unbroken right leg. The sword in my right hand has pierced Archer's chest. Archer, why? Was she watching all this time from that place? Still standing at the entrance, Saber questions Archer. Archer does not answer. He might not need to answer, maybe he doesn't know the answer. My fingers throb. My broken fingers scream at me that they don't want to hold the sword anymore. The knight in red does not move. Even with the blade in his chest, a servant should be able to easily counterattack, but his hands are lowered and show no signs of moving. I know without being told what that means, I want Archer. I make the declaration while looking at him. The knight in red closes his eyes once more and, yes, and I lost, he murmurs while looking off into the distance, as if to convince himself. I pull out the sword. The projected sword disperses as soon as it touches outside the air. Outside air. The tension flows out of me, and I finally took notice of my condition. Ha! It's terrible. The slashed wounds are healing, but lots of places are turning dark red. I just said something about Saber's sheath, but that power. Well, what's that power of putting priority on? It heals the torn flesh at once, but it seems to be putting off the broken bones until later. Then, I hear loud footsteps from the west side. The hallway that Atlanta disappeared into owes to Osaka. Very long sound effect. Someone's coming. She appears in the terrace and jumps down without hesitation. Oh, and she moans in pain at her landing. Cool. Shirou, are you alright? Oh, wait, Archer, what's with that wound? She follows her sudden arrival with a torrent of questions. It seems that Lance saved Osaka as he promised, but Osaka's energy takes the power out of me. Does she want to check my safety, or is she angry about Archer's wound? Man, I'm really soft-hearted. She should be more cruel. I would have returned to my old self. He talks sarcastically, but his voice only contains warmth. After looking at Osaka, the knight in red steps back as if to exit the stage. Well, the match is settled. A hero called Emiya cannot stay here now that he has approved of you. The loser should leave right away. Without saying goodbye to Osaka, huh? His wound is deep and he has no master. He'll disappear here and he will return to the original place as a heroic spirit. Huh? It happened in an instant. It is a fatal attack that takes the opening in me. As I have relaxed under seeing Tosaka, several swords are called forth. The rain of swords come down to pierce Emiya Shiva's body and... What does an answer tank it? I fall. I'm pushed down and I fall on my butt. I'm pushed down back by about a meter in front of me. My broken limbs cannot support my body, and I do not have the power to get back up. And so, I can only look up at myself that got skewered in front of me. Who is it? Saber's screams cuts open the silence. She looked on the second floor on the top of the crumbled stairs. I have enjoyed it, indeed. It was a pitiful battle, one befitting a pair of fakes. Archer? 10 years, Saber. Her Saber. I was going to see you earlier, but my plans have changed. Unexpected things kept on happening, and things are going against my will. Summoned Gilgamesh, the one to defeat Berserker, and the one who killed Ilya. Did you tell Saber about Archer being here? He turns aside Saber's glare and looks down at me, at the skewered Archer. Well, do you understand now? This is the strength of the real thing. No matter how well you imitate its shape or power, it is still only an imitation. It is not even close to the radiance of the real one. He raises his hand. It's as if he's ordering his soldier. I cannot even look at a counterfeit that a faker has created. You piece of trash, nothing within you. An imitation made by copying people should be turned into junk. You should do with no phantasmas. The unavoidable rain pours down. There are about 30 of them. I couldn't touch or block them, even if I was in my perfect condition. A cloud of dust springs up. The shadow of swords tear apart the already ruined hall, but even in the midst of chaos I see it. The red cloak flies. Still skewered, he runs to me and pushes me once again. I pushed away from the red figure. His eyes are telling me, you defeat him. That as long as I defeat Archer, as long as I want to be a superhero, I must defeat him. The clouds of dust fill my vision. Red Cloak sinks into the rubble, but I see it before he disappears. His eyes are filled with confidence. That so, it is no match for us, Emiya Shirou. Neither Saber nor Tosaka will be able to defeat him, but your own self is telling me that Emiya Shirou is a natural enemy of that servant. My vision clears up. Dust in the air and the rubble is piled up high. There's nothing else. Huh. So it's just us two now? The 19-man disappears underneath the rubble. Also maybe assassin? Well, Lancer, not Lancer, there's Saber, there's Archer, and maybe Assassin. Oh, I'm sorry, Archer. You had enough to spare to save someone else in that situation. His sarcastic words contain some scorn. The Lancer smiles in satisfaction. He looks down at the hole filled with Archer's blood. Silence falls. Gilgamesh is the most powerful being here. Anyone that moves will follow Archer's fate. Even Saber is silent, wondering how best to attack the enemy, but... whose permission did you get to attack my Archer? With Archer's death, the Saga's lost composure. Light runs across space. Pure destructive force. Magic energy released from the jewels without any processing. He does not even dodge it. He isn't even scratched. I was going to kill that dying kid first, but it seems the order has changed, woman. He orders the swords behind him to carry out Tosaka's execution. The sword is released at high velocity. Saber runs with surpassing speed and protects her master. Saber, please step back, friend. He is dangerous. He will kill you if you attack him recklessly. Oh, so you are her master now. Fine, then I shall overlook your rudeness. I'll lose one of my pleasures if Saber disappears. Saber glares at the enemy while readying her invisible sword. Why are you here, Archer? You were summoned in the previous Holy Grail War. Oh yeah, so we didn't tell Saber about Archer. So why are you here again in this war? That is wrong. I merely stayed in this world after the previous war. What? Ridiculous. Someone should lose connection with this world once the Holy Grail disappears. There's no way you could stay in this world for 10 years. That is not true. The connection with this world is not the Holy Grail but the Master. The Holy Grail merely opens up the passage. I can stay in this world as long as the mages provide me with magical energy. But then there aren't that many masters that can maintain a summon without help from the Holy Grail. In that regard, my master did not have enough magical energy. Then it should not be possible for you to stay in this world if your master cannot support a servant. You should be dried up along with your master. That depends on how one does it. Meiji make up lack of magical circuit with knowledge. In that regard, my master was exceptional. Was? His master is gone now. And his master is Shinji. The fact that the man who could not obey anyone obeyed Shinji is proof of that. Then you must do the same thing as a rider's master? Yes, it's only natural to take away from others if you cannot supply it yourself. But to be honest, I did not need such a thing. I am the only servant that the Holy Grail poured on. I have already completed the incarnation 10 years ago. Saber stares at the man in astonishment. Saber hangs her head at the words 10 years ago. Yes, all thanks to you, Saber. I know that thing is, I was covered in its contents, and I still existed in it, and then you. Yes, I understood the true identity of the Holy Grail. I decided that at that time I'll be the only one who will handle it. Saber. No, looking down at all of us, he declares something that is unbefitting for a servant. You will use the Holy Grail? That's right. There's no need for me to share it with a parasite like my master. I'll use the Holy Grail for my objective. The biggest obstacle, the summoner, was eliminated. All that's left are pathetic Meiji that would be completely unsuited to being the vessel. Such failures are suited for my wish. But then your flesh might make a perfect Holy Grail. The man looks at Tosaka. Oh? Tosaka must be feel the danger. She grows pale and steps back. His red eyes are ominous. One would feel uncomfortable under the weight of that gaze. His eyes are so barren that even Tosaka is frightened of them. Ridiculous. The Holy Grail is what the Master obtains. We still don't cooperate with our masters because we cannot obtain it ourselves. That is strange. The servants are the ones who can touch the Holy Grail, but masters are the ones who obtain it? It's all ridiculous nonsense. The fire with the Holy Grail is by 7 masters, and which were the last master obtains the Holy Grail. This is only an excuse made for outsiders. The summoning of the Holy Grail is already complete. They always call for the 7 after the Holy Grail is prepared. Do you understand, Knight of Knights? They do not want the Holy Grail, but what goes in it. That's just circus to summon us. Meiji made the Holy Grail, but they could not prepare its contents. I told you earlier, right? They're the ones that take away from others if they cannot supply it themselves. The pure magic energy to fill the Holy Grail. The greatest souls of humanity, the Guardians, are what they sought. The 7 servants are sacrificed and that they prepared. What? Is this where the Holy Grail is dark and twisted? Because it kept eating too many souls? Saber looks up at the man in astonishment. Her eyes are desperately trying to deny his words. Well, I guess less than pure souls were involved like since 2 wars ago, not including this one. That is impossible. She's trying to deny it, saying that what she wished for, the Holy Grail, cannot do such a thing. Should not be surprised. The Holy Grail is a filtration device that turns the souls into pure magical energy. Yes, it should let you grant any wish. It contains more magical energy than any magus could ever within his lifetime. That is why it's better with more sacrifices. It should be omnipotent with 6 servants as sacrifices. 5 servants should have filled the Holy Grail. Only 1 more is needed for the omnipotent Grail they sought. Then the only master that can handle the Holy Grail, if it is a repository of pure magic energy, only Meiji can use it. So Assassin is still here? Yes, if the master is an excellent mage, it will grant him any wish. You idiot! Such miracles are not given to mere humans. Humans only destroy themselves no matter how much power they are given. But do not worry, Saber. This Holy Grail is real. If you install 7 servants in it, it will reach the origin. Origin? Hold on. Then could the Holy Grail be? I do not know who it was, but one who made this rule is a genius. But it does not concern me. I have no interest in such a thing. What I'm interested in is the Holy Grail's ability to serve as the gate. The gate? What? The Holy Grail is a gate? Ha. It happened 10 years ago. You opposed me right when I was about to obtain the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail was cut, but the Holy Sword was poured out to burn the town. As I was right beneath the Holy Grail, I was showered with it. I understood the identity of the Holy Grail at that time. It was worthless. It is worthless, but it does have its uses. Most many weapons are specialized in murder that the Holy Grail is fine as is. There is no need to turn it into an omnipotent vessel. Weapon? Are you saying that a weapon is created out of servants? We are weapons to begin with. That thing has only perfected that. The Holy Grail is a gate of hell. 5.6 billion curses will flow out from it once it is opened. Kotomi did not tell you about it? The Holy Grail is named Anga Maniu, or all evils of the world. It is mud that will consume every human being, like the name states. Anga Manu. If that's the name, I think that's the name of the devil in Zoroastrianism. The leader of the evil that opposes God for many thousand years. It is an embodiment of evil in all humans, and it is a decepted as a reflected image of all humanity's goodwill. But why is the Holy Grail named after the ancient a Persian demon devil? Then your intention is to, yes, to sweep humans away. I have no intention of admiring humans like Kotomi. I only admire beautiful things. This world is enjoyable, but it is incongruous at the current state, at the current time. It is an insult to the king for so many things, so many Mongols to be enjoying life. I do not want to rule over such a world. Are you stupid? What insult was a king? It's pointless to be a king of all humans if all humans are eliminated. I do not care if they die out. There's no point to their lives if they end and them through their own crimes. I do not want mongrels. The only ones worth ruling over are those who can survive even the fires of hells. In that respect, they were an utter failure 10 years ago. Such a pitiful blaze will wipe them out. Humans truly have become weak. He grins. For the first time, he looks at me who he said is a failure. I do not know what all evils of this world is, but it is inconvenient. It is a reaper that strikes down all humans equally, and it is darkness that is born from humans and kills them. It is an appropriate hound to entrust with the work I should be doing. Gilgamesh raises his hand. Behind him are no phantasmas waiting for the king's order. Then I let us continue the battle from 10 years ago. A boring piece of trash got involved last time, but there'll be no such thing, no such interruptions this time. But then it seems a worse faker is here. The swords are all pointed at me. I will my broken legs to stand, but they do not move. Damn, I can't even manage to block one of those. So why did Archer leave me that message? Huh? The swords disappear. The Golden Servant suddenly lowers his arm. After he looks at the ceiling in discomfort, he brushes away the dust on his shoulder. The ashes will dirty me. You escaped death this time, child. Huh? From the fire? The castle is burning. I don't know who set the fire, but it must be huge. The third floor is burning down and the second floor has caught as well. No, that's not the surprising thing. He really stopped the battle just because he was going to get dirty from the ashes? Are you running away, Archer? I am the one changing the location. I have the Holy Grail. Didn't I survive the fire? Like, you won't shut up about it, so I think I did. It is my policy to finish matters quickly. I shall quickly construct the Holy Grail and open up the gates to hell. There's golden hair flutters. Okay. Gilgamesh walks with the entrance that isn't yet burning. You should hurry up if you want to recover it. The Holy Grail this time is a heavily constructed defect. All the contents will spill out if you do not hurry. His stifled laughter echoes through the room. As he leaves the burning castle like that, sparks are dancing through the room and the ceiling is tinted red. The gorgeous castle shows no sign of where it used to be. The castle without master crumbles without trace as if to follow the girl in white. You're not going to call it Emiya Seville? Emiya Ensbun Seville? Interlude of what? Shinji? Haha. Master Shinji is running through the forest with beast-like breath. He is actually running along a selected route, but his mentality is that of a wanderer. He's running away without aim, so the word wandering is more befitting. Damn, I was so close, and everyone getting in my way. He pushes the branches aside with one hand and runs, while scattering wet dirt, leaving a trail of blood behind him. Master Shinji heads to the edge of the forest. He has not treated the wound he received from Lancer. He does not feel his right arm anymore. The wound is inflamed, and his arm will not move as though dead. He must not be able to run with only one arm as he steps and leans against a tree. His dangling right arm is like a piece of trash. As soon as he realizes that a part of his body is a useless piece of trash, Master Shinji starts laughing. The laughter comes out like a racking cough. It hurts. It must have been because of the wound that his body is burning hot. In the days he imagines his wounded arm rotting away. After that he imagines everyone around him rotting away. Not just one of his arms. He has one arm. All the idiots that should lose both of their arms. He can't stop laughing. With that decision made, the pain becomes bearable. He has a legitimate purpose now. The first thing he would do is to collect every possible arm. There'll be no exceptions. That's great. I know whose arm they'll get first. The girl that did not become his. Since she is his favorite, he cannot allow her to be superior to him. Yeah, just you wait to suck, I'll make you inferior. The laughing Master Shinji raises his head. He's gonna collect arms. What? Huh? When did he appear? Servant is standing right in front of him. You. He looks at his servant in surprise. The golden servant looks down at Master Shinji as if looking at livestock. You are wounded, that must hurt. And he says something that he does not mean. Master Shinji's face contorts. Without realizing the true intention of his servant, he glares at the man before him. That must hurt. Whose fault do you think that is? I got hit by a lancer because you're stupid. Don't talk shit when you can't even be a mighty guy's dog. With his head on fire, Master Shunji insults his servant. You're going to die. Hmm? The golden servant nods, saying this will do. So Lancer inflicted that wound of yours, and huh? Then it must have been him that released that master. Yeah, Tasako ran away because she was such a slow ass. It makes me want to puke thinking about how I lost her to someone who was almost already dead. I see, that's too bad. Why are you so calm? We can't obtain the Holy Grail without Tasako, right? Damn, everything ruined because of you. Do you understand what are you going to do now? Is he going to become the Holy Grail? Do not worry, everything is as planned. The Holy Grail can still be created. Someone's voice contains no emotion. Mato Shinji did not realize that the man's eyes are looking at him. How Kotomi said that we don't even have the Holy Grail. We can't make it if there's no vessel. That kid's heart is not enough. That won't turn into a Holy Grail unless we connect it to a magical circuit, right? Mato Shinji wakes up to his servant and scolds him for his stupidity. I don't think he has a magical circuit. The golden servant nods and there's no problem. There's another master here that can be a vessel. He thrusts his arm. A piercing sound. Mato Shinji never finds out what the sound is, huh? But he feels something funny in his stomach. Looking down, he sees his servant's arm there. The fist is inside his body. There is neither pain nor blood. The servant's arm is in his body, like the absurd spiritual operation you saw before. You want the Holy Grail, right? Then I shall give it to you. If you want it so much, do not let go of it. Ah. His blood vessels expand, and he feels the sensation of billions of worms squirming through his body and trying to get out. He becomes something that is not Mato Shinji. He becomes a white gloob. Blob. Oh, I know what this is. It convulses. It's got thingies. The swollen object is literally a lump of meat. There is no shape to it. It is composed of exposed meat and blood vessels, quickly formed meat and quickly degrading meat. It hurts. It's pores or something. I don't know, it's like what those things are called. It hurts, it's growing, help, stop. Those are like holes. Unable to bear the pain of the repeating growth and decay, the sensation of something wiggling inside of him, he loses his sanity. After watching it, the servant lets him go as if nothing has happened. This ugly and powerful magus should not change form, but I guess it cannot be helped. A chain comes down, descending from the sky. Heaven's chains bind the writhing mass of flesh. The balance of expansion and decay is about the same now, but now the Holy Grail should figure out its master soon enough. Are you going to take him to the temple? Expansion should overwhelm the decay by then. His Holy Grail should be completed in no time. Ugly things are tastier. Most of all, you should spit out suitable much, Shunji. The servant laughs. Alright, and besides him, the piece of meat repeats Helmi in a voice that is no longer human. Interlude out. Tasty. Sky. Night. Shirou, are your wounds alright? I guess. Huh? Oh yeah, it's fine. I feel good and I can still use my circuits. I see that as good. I guess. Apparently having run out of things to talk about, Saber awkwardly ends the conversation. We've become like this for an hour since we came home. We don't have the composure to be celebrating Tasaka's safety, nor did we celebrate our reunion. The situation isn't good at all. The last servant Gilgamesh, as long as he has the Holy Grail, we have to fight him. We don't have any plans to beat him. The more we think about it, the more we realize it's hopeless. It's only natural for us to go quiet. But I don't think that's the only reason we're quiet. This is probably the end. This will be the last time we'll go into battle like this. No matter what the result may be, what awaits us does not change. The Holy Grail war will end. After that, the three of us won't be able to talk like this. Looking back, it was only a course of about 10 days. I never had time to think about what happened the day before, and I was too busy with all the events that came up one after another. But they weren't just painful events. Looking back at it, these past 10 days are precious memories that can't be replaced. Well, it's gonna be 3 against 1 compared to the 1 against 1 that was before. Well, 1 against 1 and then another 1 against 1. That's why we're keeping our mouths shut. We don't want to admit to the obvious truth. The decision should be clear to all of us already. We can't say it because we don't want to end it like this. Then I'll say it. I'm going to avenge Archer. He betrayed me and he was a twisted guy by his Shirou. Sokka has made up her mind. She says that she'll fight Gilgamesh. She clearly states that she'll end this fight. How about you, Shirou? How safe wouldn't come with me no matter what, but I hope for you to fight since you're not a master. Seems that Goldie really hates you, so I think he'll go after you first if we fight him. Maybe Sokka's trying to be considerate by offering me an escape, but I'm already determined. I can't let Gilgamesh be. I instinctively know that the Holy Grail shouldn't exist. But there's a bigger reason for me not backing out of this. You defeat him. He left those words and let me survive instead of him. The man who only denied Emiya Shirou, as I made him admit his defeat, my path is determined. I'm going to defeat him. I chose to fight. He'll complain to me unless I keep my word until the very end. I see, I won't stop you if that's what you decided. Yeah, and I can't ignore the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is what he says it is. We have to destroy it. We'll completely destroy it, so something like this will never happen again. Saber has fought with the objective of obtaining the Holy Grail. Her hesitation and reluctance aren't easily overcome, but still. I understand. If the Holy Grail is what Gilgamesh says it is, it should not exist in this world. She kills her wish and assets. Alright. I get up and head to the kitchen. I put on an apron, I tie it behind my back and roll up my sleeves. Are you gonna make food? Shirou? What did you come with a good idea? No, I'm just gonna make something. You two are hungry, right? I ignore the astonished party and start preparing dinner. So decided. Now we just need to act like always. We'll eat dinner together and go beat him up after that. I take out a bowler and a frying pan. I'll use everything I have in the refrigerator. I'll forget about everything tonight and I'll make a delicious feast. You're right, let's just eat dinner like always. That suits us. Are you guys not gonna go to sleep? Yeah, then I guess I'll help as well. Oh, Saber, can you go prepare the bath? Sierra's atmosphere disappears like that. The living room suddenly becomes more lively. This will be the last night with the 3 of us. We're doing our best to keep it like always and to have a good dinner. So, after eating dinner consisting of Western style Chinese and Japanese food, we try to the customary strategy meeting. So you are saying the Holy Grail is at the Rido Temple? Is that so? Yep, I guess that the Rido Temple would be the summoning spot this time. I was using a familiar to spy on the place, but it was eliminated just a bit earlier. I'm sure that that Goldie is there. Rido Temple, that is troublesome. We can only enter that mountain through the front gate. Gilgamesh should be waiting for us there. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but on the other hand, it's easier on us because we know where he is. He's troublesome, but stopping the summoning of the Holy Grail takes priority. It would be ideal if we destroy the Holy Grail while Saber keeps him busy. Hold on, isn't Saber the only one who can destroy the Holy Grail? We can't touch it, right? Right, we can't destroy the summoned Holy Grail, but we can destroy the rest before it's summoned. To be more precise, we're destroying this Holy Grail before it's activated. What do you mean by destroying the Holy Grail? I don't want to think about it, but from what I heard, the Holy Grail is Iliasavil's heart, right? But I think the Holy Grail is obsessed with Iliasavil's body, her magic circuit. He didn't want Iliasavil to be the Holy Grail, so he pulled out the core of it, her heart. So, he has to implant the heart into Emiya's body to activate it as a Holy Grail. The only 2 remaining masters, me and the other one, because I'm here, and the one he will choose to be the foundation of the Holy Grail is Shinji, but Shinji is, doesn't have a magical circuit, right? I bet he doesn't care. He wants to make an incomplete Holy Grail, so I'm sure he'll implant it into an incomplete master. Even if the bloodline is extinct, the Matter family has hereditary traces of magic circuits. Iliasavil's heart is like a nuclear fusion reactor. Even a closed circuit will be forcibly open if it's implanted into him. And that would mean we'll have to test the Holy Grail from Shinji, huh? Is that why Shinji turned into like a monster kind of thing, but Emiya didn't? I don't know what it means to be the Holy Grail foundation, but if possible, we'll have to stop it. But I do not think Gilgamesh will allow that. Does it not mean that stopping the Holy Grail is to defeat Gilgamesh? It's obvious that he's protecting the Holy Grail, so we have to do something about him first. Yeah, I think he'll be waiting for us at the mountain gate. The only route we have is the mountain gate because our greatest force saber can only enter through there. So, I see. I rushed the mountain gate by myself. Rin and Shirou will sneak into the Rito Temple from the back while I do so. The bounty field on the Rito Temple is meaningless for you two. Exactly, you will need to give your absolute best, but just keep him busy. We'll come help you as soon as we stop the Holy Grail. Hold on, that's reckless. Say won't be a match for him. She can't keep him busy. Huh? Well, you seem to think pretty highly of him, Shirou. True. He's a strong enemy, but I will not lose easily if I go into defense. Please tell me what the opinion is based on. Oh, that's not what I meant. From what I see, Saber's stronger than him. I'm sure of it. I'll bet on it too. Then why are you saying that? You can't beat him as long as you're a heroic spirit. Yes, I won't lose if he only has the same number of Phantasma Saber. We don't even need to compare the two skills as swordsman, but his power isn't power as an individual. A soldier can't beat war itself no matter how strong he is, right? His heroic spirit are that kind. You'll be defeated unless you're a ward just like him. So you're telling me that my attributes are not fit to fight him? Yeah, Tosaka, we can't let Saber fight him without a plan. There's no way she can win unless we have some sort of countermeasure. Hey, I know that already. That's why we're going to think about it now. Then you have a plan, Rin? Hey now, I won't conveniently come up with an idea in a flash. There's no phantasm as a war, like Shirou said. The outcome of a war is decided by how much force you have, right? It's not how well you compare the weapon, it's how much force you can prepare. What's wrong, Tosaka? Why are you sharp all of a sudden? I see, that's why he treated you like an enemy. Since Heroic Spirit doesn't have his own phantasma, there's no original. Oh wait, that means... Rin? What's wrong? Why are you behind me? It's nothing, I'm going to think, so talk it over with just the two of you. Dave and I look at each other. Well, I'll leave her alone if she has an idea. Then I shall avoid fighting Archer one-on-one, correct? His own phantasma isn't an original. What? Oh, his own phantasma isn't an original, so I can just copy his gay ability? I can copy originals too, can't I? Then I should avoid fighting Archer one-on-one, correct? But I have backups for Rin. I can use my own phantasma with her support. I believe there's a chance of beating him before he could use his own phantasma. No, you're not phantasma, not invisible air. Invisible air is only a sheath. I can use my holy sword if Rin allows it. If the sword that previously destroyed the Holy Grail, I see that it's all up to Tosaka. Yeah, there will be a big burden on me as well as Tosaka if I use it. I'll probably use up most of her magical energy. Did you hear that, Tosaka? How much magical energy can you spare? Magic energy I can spare? How do you know what I'm thinking about? Huh? No, it's nothing. I told you to leave me alone. I know about Saber's no phantasma. She should be able to use it twice without magical energy. We're going to use it once against the Holy Grail, so you can use it only once against Gilgamesh. Only once? I see. Saber, that's what Tosaka is saying. So what do you think? Isn't that how much isn't that how many times you used it when we were fighting against Gilgamesh and I touched your inner dragon? Speaking of touching your inner dragon, I don't remember a hate scene with Tosaka that I skipped because I don't have them turned on. I don't know if Archer has every existing phantasma. We should have one that is that can equal mine. After that, it depends on who is stronger. I see, so it's gonna end up being a fight between no phantasmas, huh? Then Gilgamesh is likely to win. I can't let Saber fight such a hopeless battle. Man, I can't think. She's been acting strange. Why does she keep looking at me like that? Hey, Tasaka, come out with it if you want to say something. You have an idea, right? I don't have an idea. I can't say such a thing here, you idiot. Such a thing. Okay. She yells at me and looks away awkwardly. Shirou? No, it's nothing. She's acting weird, so let's ignore her and keep planning. We continue with the strategy meeting with just the two of us, but as our brain Tasaka won't talk, we won't come up with anything. We can go with the previous plan if you guys can't come up with anything. We'll head out before dawn. Everyone is to rest until then. Of course the action is decided by Tasaka. Oh, so we're going to sleep, okay. I was just wondering. Some time passes after that. It's almost midnight. Tasaka told me I should take a nap, but I can't sleep in a situation like this. We're going to settle our score with our servant in a few hours. Whenever you're going to sleep, I guess I'll try to do both routes, because it's probably two endings, so I need to get them both. Hopefully, if it has some very specific conditions, hopefully it tells me what they are. Since we are headed out before dawn, everyone should be over by the time the sun rises. I can't stay here and do nothing. Oh. Go over the strategy with Osaka. Sure. Yeah, I think I can't sleep in this situation. A plan against Gilgamesh. If we're going to fight like Kohai enemy, I'll have to come up with some sort of plan. Someone will definitely die if we had to read our temple as we are now. Compared to that, I think compared to that, thinking until the very last minute is nothing. Cool. Are you awake, Tosaka? I knock on the door. Hold on, don't come in. I thought Tosaka would be sleeping, but I guess she's still awake. More importantly, she's in a panic. Had a few minutes of rustling sounds. She must have calmed down. After taking a deep breath, I can hear even outside. Tosaka opens the door. So what? Tosaka glares at me as soon as she sees me. Well, I wanted to continue our conversation from earlier. I want to keep talking about how to fight Gilgamesh. Wait, why are you glaring at me? Tosaka, are you in a bad mood? I asked the obvious. Of course, that's the obvious response she's going to give me, but I had to ask. But no, that's not true. She gives a strange response. Tosaka, are you sick or something? No, geez, just sit down. I'm going to give you a plan to beat Gilgamesh if you can't come up with any. Oh, good. Tosaka pulls me inside, locks the door, and walks to the back of the room. I move to the center of the room for now. I sit down on the cushion and face Tosaka, who's sitting on a chair. An awkward silence follows. Tosaka is silent, even though she's the one with the plan. Or is this a hate scene? Tosaka, about Gilgamesh. I know you don't want to Saber fighting him, right? You're especially kind to her. Hey, that's not the point here. I'm saying that we should switch the roles since Saber won't fare well against Gilgamesh. If Saber's defeated, you'll be his next target. You say switch roles, so what are you thinking? I'm going to pass. That go to use his riches to collect all the magic-resistant equipment in the world. I'll do much worse than Saber. That should be the same for you as well, right? That's true, but I can't get those eyes out of my head. Archer definitely told me this, that the golden servant, that only Emiya can match Gilgamesh. Tosaka, don't get mad and hear me out. I'm going to fight. You're going to fight him, right? Oh, so you realize it too, huh? Gilgamesh's nature, especially as natural enemy is Archer's magic. Huh? Open my mouth in surprise. Huh? You said you're going to fight him when you had realized that? I don't have any proof, but I thought that I'm the best luck against him. Oh, I don't know who told you that, but you're right. What makes Gilgamesh so strong is the number of phantasmas he has. But to put it another way, one could match him if he has the same number of phantasmas. The same number of phantasmas, it means I need to reproduce all the phantasmas he takes out. That's right. And maybe you can finish the quote of I'm the bone of my sword instead of just saying the first line. He was calling you guys fakers. This probably because he saw you two as threats. Heroic spirits as threats. Heroic spirit Emiya would be a complete match for him. That's true, but Maybe, but that's impossible. I can barely manage to protect one of Archer's swords. I can't keep up with his no phantasmas. I don't have enough magic energy to do so. You kept up with Archer that one time. That is, if your magic energy is just like it was until now. But you remember what Archer's no phantasma was, right? You can match Gilgamesh's if you can use that magic. The reality marble. Sokka stares at me, but I can't live up to her expectations. So this is a H scene. Okay. That's impossible. The reality marble is the ultimate forbidden magic. I don't know how to use it, and Archer used magical energy several times my capacity to create that world. Yes, I know it's impossible, but you should know how to use it, because all your magic is rooted in that strengthening and projection, both stem from that reality marble. I'm sure it'll be a piece of cake once you have the necessary magical energy. Okay, let's say that's the case, but it's still impossible. I don't have the magical energy to set up the boundary field or maintain it. He must have trained his magical circuit for a long time, but I don't have the magical energy. I know. Gilgamesh had it too, right? Maybe you take it from somewhere else if they can't supply themselves. But I don't have any way to take magical energy from somewhere else. I don't collect it like in gems like you do. Wait, are you telling me to use those gems? I don't have any magical elements, so I don't think I'll be able to do that. If that worked, I would have done so myself, but I'm the only one who can convert gems, so that's out. But the only appropriate approach is that one. There are lots of procedures in order to use someone else's magical energy as your own, but the only thing we can do right now is that one, so... Hey Tasaka, could you at least tell me what you're thinking? I can't participate in the discussion like that. Huh? There's no way I'll tell you that. She seems as though thought of something she can't tell me about. It's nothing. I can think of a lot of methods, but I just happen to pick an improper one. So I see. So any good ideas? Yeah, to be frank, it's about you and I. A method to connect two Meiji with reserves of magical energy. You're going to make a path between us to lend me magical energy. Yeah, okay, so it is gonna happen. Right. Even if you don't have enough magic energy to use a reality marble, I do. I'll have you fight Gilgamesh with my magic energy. Meanwhile, Saber and I will destroy the Holy Grail, and I'll have Saber do so. Even if my magic energy is depleted, I'll still be able to fight. If I can restrain Gilgamesh with my reality marble, as long as there are no other masters or seven staff, the Holy Grail will be wide open. With a mages like Tosaka, as well as Saber, a chance of success might be pretty high, but still, getting there is going to be hard. I don't know how to make a path. I know, coming up with that is my job. Tosaka falls deep into thought for some reason. She doesn't look very happy. When it comes to the methods of making a path, I can count on one hand that allows them that on one hand, the ones that allow an immediate transfer of magical energy. The most effective is to transplant magical circuits. Transplant magic circuits. Magic circuits are it's like a nervous system, and could be called the magus itself. A magic mechanism that uses art to operate magic mana. Are you going to give me your magical circuit? Say the time comes when a future descendant attains mystery. In order for them to have the basic ability to be able to use that theory, this living inheritance is added to over the generations. You could say it's like blood and bones that strengthen through accumulation. By magical circuits, you mean the ones inside us? Right, there's no more reliable path than one made when two mages transplant one another's essence. When part of the other's magical circuit becomes yours, it's easy to transfer magical energy to it. Her brief explanation contains some guilt as well. That's natural. If we do something that as drastic as transplant a magical circuit, there's no knowing what might happen. A person who gives up their magical circuit is giving up their status as a mages. But if this will settle things, then I won't hesitate. Okay, let's transfer magical circuit. What is Saka? I'm grateful, but no, there'll be no point. Just like that, I had to prepare myself, but she quickly rejected my suggestion. Well, why? Look, the reason why I transfer magical energy is first place, so you could use reality marble, right? Then why would you take away your magical circuits? Only with my magical energy and all your magical circuits will be able to materialize that reality marble. I see. I'm the only one who will be able to. I'll be the one using the reality marble to give shape to that immense illusion that erodes away the world. I need to completely off my magical circuits. Transplanting those circuits to Susaka to make a path, and consequently not having enough our circus to perform magic would be putting the cart before the horse. Get it? That would be taking time and effort just to decrease our potential for victory, Shirou. Sorry, I didn't think that far ahead. It's okay, you don't need to apologize. I kind of expected that response, but I didn't expect it to be immediate though. No, you transfer your magical circuit to me, but that's... Certainly, transfer a magical circuit to you would guarantee our fighting potential for more than the reverse, but other than performing the transfer ritual, decreasing my number of magical circuits while I'm using them would make the whole process unstable. I could guarantee safety if it was something like familiar contracting ritual, but doing that for a path between Meiji would be too out of the ordinary, so you're saying it could destroy both of us? Right, it would be out of the question for me to take your magical circuits, and giving my magical circuits to you would be a big mistake. So, I'm implanting my magical crest into you. A magical crest? A magical crest? A bloodline's history in which all the secrets and mysteries are written within. If magical circuits are blood and bone, the magical crest would be the flesh. Like magical crest is magic given form. The proof of a single major's existence as family's head, spend a lifetime giving intangible image of form. As an inheritor of a magical crest, Sokka can use the magic given shape by the past family heads. Oh, okay. But if I'm going to give something away, it's much easier if it's a magical quest. After all, unlike a magical circuit, it exists to be passed down. Well, it's not really a part of me, the way magical circuits are, but it's made from this Osaka's language. It'll do just fine for a path. Are you sure? Sure, I'm sure. The magic that makes up the crest, well, will become useless, but I'll be able to convert it into a receiver. Oh, are you asking about the success rate? If I'll be able to transfer the magic crest to someone else outside the family? Yeah, I'm worried about that too, I guess. Don't worry, leave it to me. I'll back you up, and you and Saber and I will guarantee, and I will win, and I will and get the Holy Grail. It's already decided, so this time for sure, there's no way I'm going to screw up at the crucial moment. She stood so brightly with a beaming smile. With that, I knew that it was wrong of me to be worried. I'm not going to screw up at the crucial moment. Because she removed her magic crest, with her own hand she erased her bloodline's greatest desire. That fact, Azaka easily laughs at it without showing a hint of regret, and I've seen that strength many times now. Oh, what? So that sympathetic look all of a sudden. Is there something funny about that, my face? Yes. The same as when we went to the church for the first time. How do I put this? Your good points are hard to understand. What rude way of putting it? That reminds me, was I making a funny face back then? Clock. That fateful night when I summoned Saber. When I was feeling sick in the church, Azaka's expression as she shows the sincere concern for someone who has done nothing but an enemy and helped me more than I can say. I don't have any room to talk, but Azaka turned out to be a bad person than average. Well, it was a pretty funny face. At the time, I was still thinking of you as an honor student. I don't think you could make that kind of face. Sure, I'm really rude this woman. I figured innocence, so sorry for being so hard to understand. But that's what saved me. She's soft-hearted but a realist. What a strong heart that casts away her own weakness. She brought us up doubt and pain inside her and moves forward magnificently enough to dazzle those around her. Okay. So that's fine, but what are you staring at me for? Oh, I see. Seems I was just captivated for a second. It's about later I say I was thinking it might be because you're like when I fell in love with you. Oh, okay. So I can't lose either. Tasaka gives the genuine nonchalant said she would transfer magical circuit to me, so I'll respond with the utmost confidence for her sake. Okay. Well, this isn't the time to be talking about lovery, but I don't mind listening. I mean, Tasaka's fists are clenched. It's definitely not the time. The Holy Grail was gonna end tomorrow. She really focused on that instead of making death flags appear. Good, she's full of fighting promise spirit, so she must realize how prepared I am. Yeah, I know. We don't have the time for idle chatter right now. So let's hurry up and start the transplant. What exactly do we need to do to Saka? Huh? Her mouth falls open. That's weird. Did I say something strange just now? She's taking a shit. What's wrong? Did you remember something inconvenient? For example, some kind of jinx that means the ritual will fail if you don't do it at this hour? Nothing really, just a little headache. I should be used to it, but I underestimate how thick you can be, you can. But it's nothing new, so it's fine. The words themselves were, well, not bad, so I'll accept it. Turning away, um, uh, constantly, Tasaka pulls some small object out of her luggage. Oh, I moved this. Okay, first take this. It's like a painkiller. Alright. I put the pain pill into my mouth. Delicious. Tasaka turns off the light in the room and begins etching some kind of design onto the floor. Alright. So if I took any other route, would I just die from not doing the ritual? With the decisions in this thing. I wait like that this for 5 minutes, and finishing the preparations, Tasaka sits down on the bed. Cool. So Tasaka, what should I do? It's not like she didn't hear me. Tasaka frowns her brow in a strangely awkward expression. What is something that's hard to say? Prepared, no matter how absurd it is, you can't surprise me. That's what it means to trust her. Tasaka knows in a sentence then. This is hard to say, but just take off your clothes. It's in a strange voice she gives an unfamiliar order. Yep. This is a hate scene, but I turned them off, so I was gonna skip most of it. Time to confirm the situation. The room's lights are off. Tasaka's sitting on the bed with her face sounds strangely nervous, though it's a bit late. To confirm this, I think Tasaka's soft-looking body and okay. Huh. Okay, let's skip a bit. While I'm turning around, I take a deep breath to keep myself calm. I'm going to take over Tasaka's magical crest and make a path between us. I'll borrow Tasaka's magical energy in order to evoke the reality marble in order to defeat that servant. So this is just a process of the process of that long and arduous battle. And then, I know it's rude, but I intentionally knit my brow. Tasaka was with that half-hearted state of undress. Tasaka took off her clothes, but it didn't feel like she put a lot of effort into it. Yeah. What are you saying? You're dissatisfied? Cool. Yep. Give me your magical circle. I clench both my hands, even if only hypothetically I recognize my own self. There's no top or bottom, no sky or earth. I'm floating in a blue, celestial sphere. Diamonds. It's peaceful, not in terms of sound, but rather the entire shape is peaceful and complete. Time is passing outside. The outside is entirely filled by the blue sea. There is nothing inside the celestial sphere. In other words, from the perspective of the blue sea, the sphere itself is the sky. Fish, a world egg. Has this sphere been covered with a shell, or have the externals and the internals have been reversed? Is this everything born from nothing, or nothing being forced out from everything? At first, the celestial sphere continues to turn. Time continues to turn. An intangible thing that took form over many months and years. There is no repeat form and no different life. A phenomenon shared by everything. Things of the same form gather and give shape to entirely different laws. Each rare cause display a great effect. Beautiful there, just like fish versing the sea. There's no will in this complete world. No persistence or defense. No symbiosis or antagonism. Anything that comes here is taken as intent. If I am a foreign substance came to exploit it, then they will respond naturally. A remarkably long time passes. The assembly of the crest draws the design of the foreign substance, but what requires caution is in verse. I see an illusion, a hidden path past past passes through one that is not my own. I see an old memory. The morning of parting with a certain person, someone else's memory of being sent to a holiday villa far from Fuyuki because of the beginning of a conflict. the Holy Grail, not the first one, the last one. What requires caution is, no matter what the intent behind the reaction is, to the human consciousness, the process that they are carrying out is nothing less than a divine punishment. In this body that has no need for eyes or brains, I feel dizzy. Information is passing me. I return to my own memory, the morning of departing with a certain person, someone else's memory of seeing someone off who would never hold their hand again. Leaves. Diamonds. The lines of the magic crest swim around me. They swirl around searching for the bait that has appeared. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing bait can do to begin with. The only way to produce the result is to observe and accept everything in this way. The transformation is gradual. Time surrounds me like a spiral and passes within me. Everything's red and corrodes me as if I'm swallowing nothingness. Person 2, Seasoned Winter. Persons 2, Time Farewell, Title Farewell. A bouquet is offered up. A young girl stands before a gravestone. Behind her stands a towering priest. No words are spoken. This day too, the girl firmly bottles up her grief. Common substances added. A spiral blade wriggling the body. Like a vicious thrust, the transfer of the crest has begun. I observe a gruesome fact. Thankfully, my ability to feel pain has been folded away. As if it is someone else's concern, I watch myself being locked up, bound, dismembered, disassembled, and played with. Flesh is very easily shredded, bones very easily wilted. All that is left is a soul that will feel pain for all eternity. It's like one arm has become the leg of an insect. It feels disgusting. It's her pain too. This is what she tried to kill me. The pain I once heard of, carrying the magic crest. I feel respect for her. She holds it in this level of discomfort maybe many times, but repulsed with a bright smile. It doesn't feel unpleasant at all. If I think of that, what is there to fear? I touched an even deeper place. In her memories full of nothing but partings, there was one meeting that filled her heart with longing. Someone was running in the school grounds. A running high jump. She ran past towards the bar over and over. She was watching, for no reason until the sunset. Wondered what meaning there was to such a thing. Looking somewhat betrayed, looking as though she was seeing something precious, she gazed at the scene for a very long time. That's all there is to the story, an after-school occurrence that could happen anywhere. But to her, it was an indelible childhood memory, something akin to a revolution. Faintly, I recognized the scene too from a day very long ago. Time returns to the outside. The world is returning to the competition, to the completion. My consciousness solidified from being folded up so tightly begins to disappear, like a bubble bursting on the surface of the sea. Except for the fouled body in my arm, I'm cut loose from the inside. Alright? My body feels heavy, so it's not a dragon this time that I touched. I was flowing with the fishies. I wonder what the third one's gonna be. My body is still heavy, still half asleep over my eyes and look around aimlessly. The room is dark and only the dim light of the side lamp is lit. My consciousness becomes clear. I'm lying face down on the bed with my shirt off. My left shoulder is hot and sweaty. When I try to wipe it off my hand, it stings like a burn. Something's off, as if I've grown an extra finger. I'm feeling different than I was before. That's right, Osaka didn't work. How much time has passed? Maybe I was passed out and overslept, and it's been several hours. Huh? So, she is here. Good, I was, wait. I think I might have been getting glad at here. Osaka didn't work? Of course it worked, so, well, so while nobody could complain so perfectly that there won't be any after effects so flawlessly that even Q who specializes in this stuff would give it a backhanded compliment like well done for my discipline. Ah, Guess that means it worked really well. Just one problem, Tasaka doesn't seem boastful or proud. Actually, she's mad. Really mad. She's sulking like she's about to blow her top off. It looks like the situation has gone kinda bad. I need to catch up on why she feels this way and calm her down as quickly as possible, but an unworthy student that I am, I can't figure out what my master is angry about. Ow. My upper arm throbs in pain. It's a weird sensation like a deep cut combined with a burn. A little mark. It's all over her arm, only got a little one. Whoa, there's no doubt about it. The designer is branded on my left shoulder. It gives off a faint light blue, but not like Tasaka's magic crest. Tasaka, is this? Yes, it's a magic crest I transplanted to you. It's just a circle with no trace of the original magic left now though. I see, but that's amazing. I thought it would hurt more, but it doesn't hurt at all. It's just a little heavy. You'll get used to that soon enough. It's just a path to transfer magical energy, so it shouldn't have too much of an effect on the body. The crest, no, the magical circuit will mimic your body, so half a year from now on you won't feel a thing. I see, so does this mean the transfer is complete? It's fundamentally a one-way path from me to you, so you can't send magical energy to me at this stage. I can't send magic energy to you at this stage. From here on out, everything hangs on your effort. We solved the issue of the magical energy to create the reality marble, so the only thing left is me. All that's left is for me to activate all the magical circuits and successfully create the reality marble. Yeah, thanks Tasaka, I'm grateful for the magic crest. Of course, I won't let you apologize if you put it into money. It would be in the trillions, so you take a lifetime paying it back. That really would be a lifetime, so why are you so mad, Tasaka? You saw it, didn't you? What, your memories? Yeah, I saw that. So what? It couldn't be. I was totally blanked out during the ritual work. But did I actually put Sokka down something? Wait, did I do something? Like I said, you saw it, didn't you? You beast. What memories? Did I really do something that would make me deserve to be called that? Well, it can't be. I mean, the bed doesn't look very messed up, and if something like did happen, I wouldn't be alive now. Yeah, first of all, my eyes didn't work during the ritual, or at least I mostly just saw white. All I saw was imagery that looked like magical circuits, and, does that mean that Tasaka was talking about that? The illusions I glimpsed at. It's not unusual to see visions at the depth of someone's mind when in a, sympathized state. It must be the same as me seeing Saber's dreams or the real experience Emiya's. I thought my knees didn't understand it. In that case, what I'm curious about is that one, that dusky schoolyard that didn't fit with the other dreams. That's it, Tasaka. You had a weird dream, right? There was some guy at a school ground who was a high schooler jumping like an idiot, and you watched him the whole time until the sunset. What was that about? Before I could finish, a pillar smacked me in the face. Oh, I died before I could fight Gilgamesh. It's like a slash combined with the full swing, a satisfied blow that Saber or Fujiniku would admire. Yeah. This is one problem. The normally fluffy pillow has such an impact and damage that it's almost as if it's filled with water. Hey Tasaka, what? Shut up. Whoa. Magic. She pursues me with the pillow. Tasaka hits me repeatedly with overhead swings of the pillow in her immodest state. Ow. Did you put magic energy into that thing? Stop it, this is weird. What's wrong with you? Shut up, you beast. What are you getting so arrogant for? Taking out other people's secrets. Whoa, was that a secret? I shout in surprise and see a direct blow to the face from the opening in my guard. Yeah, an agonizing pillow uppercut. Combined with the fatigue from the transfer, I'm knocked down again. Sokka must still be angry as she grabs the back of my neck and drags me across the floor. Okay, it's fine. I'll look at your embarrassing memories next time. I won't go easy on you when that time comes. Even if you prostrate yourself before me, that's right. Anything but that, wait, could it be? I wasn't able to ask after all. She tossed me out of the room by my neck. Emiya and the girls have a lot of preparation to do, so would you mind going back to your own room? With that, me good enough her, Sokka slams the door. Pushed into the hall without my shirt, I stared blankly at the door. Cool. Don't be stupid, guys have a lot of things to do too. I stand up to contour my dizzy head. I want to say something back to Sokka on the other side of the door, but I give up. In the end, I wasn't able to ask what the scene I saw meant to Tasaka. Oh well, she's that mad about it. It must have some special meaning. Muttering stupidly to myself, I go back to my room. It's probably just an excuse for Tosaka to kick me out, but it's true that there's no time. The date has already changed. There's probably less than an hour before we head to the temple. Oh, yeah, this is... I close my eyes and feel the magic energy pouring into me. Sokka's unconsciously supplying me magic energy yet, but it's already enough to fill me up. If Emiya magic energy capacity is 20 or 30, she always has a 500 magic energy. I'm sure it would take years to fill up her whole capacity, but I bet her maximum capacity could reach 1,000. I must admit, she really is amazing. It makes me realize her greatness again. Well, she's exhausted right now, and most Meiji only keep about 8% of her magic energy, so Sadaka has about 400 magic energy right now, but that's still a huge amount. I use about 2 magic energy to use one strengthening magic. If I had to use one projection magic, using that example, I can use projection magic dozens of times now, when I could only use it 6 times before. While a cheap vehicle will overheat even if there is enough gasoline. But this has greatly increased my power. I might even be able to beat that king of heroes with this. All that's left is to sleep. There's 1 more hour. I should rest my body until then. I'll rest and recover my mental and physical energy for the final battle at the Rido Temple. Everything is set. I've fully prepared myself since Tosaka has given me her magical crest and opened her heart to me. How can you fall asleep right away? I don't know. Eden. Alright. Uh, okay then. Da 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 da.